Gijimutula, Gijimutula.
Hello? I can't see my chat. Whoa, and I can hear myself. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. I can't see my chat. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I can't see it. I can't see it. Hold on. I'm reopening streamer bot. I'm reopening it. What the fuck? You're partially connected. What you mean? What you mean? Guys, don't say anything crazy, okay? I can't see it. Don't say anything crazy, I can't see it. What the hell? This is what I get for updating things. This is broadcaster blah 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 blah. Don't say anything crazy. Don't say anything crazy. Don't do it. Don't say anything crazy. Did it work? Streamer bot, I can't see. Streamer bot, I can't see. Streamer bot, I'll kill you. Uh-oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, it works! It works. There you go. No, you guys said crazy! Stop! You guys said crazy! Stop it! Hi, everyone. I was like, why is no one in my chat talking? The fall off is crazy.
Hi, Lala!
Hi, Aquarius. Hi, Mercata. Hi, Viva. Hi, Plasma. Hi, Flu. Hi, Gucci Jesus. I am in Blue Twitch modding land, but howdy. Hi, Gucci Jesus. No more chatting, I've decided. Oh. No, stop. I was like, what the fuck? This is unusual. Hold on. Guys, we're in prison. Welcome to my twisted mind. Welcome to my twisted mind. Today we're gonna be doing art. Why? Because art is a prison, as you all may know. As you all may know, art is a prison, and we are all prisoners of our own minds. That's right. We're all prisoners of our own minds. Let me put Spotify on, not for you! Not for you, just for me! The Spotify dude be saying my name! DJ. Yeah. Did we just get horror ambience? Yeah. Why are you not okay with that? I thought it would fit the vibe. Stream more. I need higher streak, and if you do more, Plasma might miss one, making mine largest. Wait, really? Wait, Plasma. Wait, you guys have the same streaks? Wow. Wow. No, his is higher, that's the issue. Well, I'm gonna be be streaming Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So it's okay. If he has 0, I win. I see. I put this, yeah. Up. Hi, Aztec. Hi. Well, gamers. Hi, Lala. This is gonna be an adventure. Hi, Bitbot. It's gonna be an adventure. Why? Because I don't know how to use Photoshop. That's, like, kind of a lie. That's kind of a lie. Oh, Jesus Christ. I usually use my iPad. Oh, Jesus Christ. I usually use my iPad, but it won't connect. What the hell? Have you hydrated? Oh, hi, Apothecary. I will hydrate right now. Are you gummied up? No. No, but I will be. I will be. Hydrate. I had to put drops in Hash Brown's nose and the medicine smells bad. Anyways, the first hydrate was from the waiting screen. I don't know why my chat wasn't working. I was like, am I fucking alone? Okay. Let me just move my... Yep. Good. I leave on the 28th and we'll be back February 28th. Have fun! Have fun! I think, if you're going somewhere fun. If you're going somewhere fun, have fun. Hi, Tudo. If you're not, sorry. They're going to jail? Oh. Oh, Japan! That's right! That's right. Good luck. Oh shit, what the fuck? Good luck on your quest. On your quest? Oh, hold on. Okay, this is, like I said, this can be a learning experience. Oh god. But you know what? It's good. It's good that it's a learning experience because it forces me. It forces me to learn. To learn, whereas I would not have learned. I mean, I know how to use Photoshop, but I am not comfortable on it. Why? Because Apple. Big Apple? Big Apple oh, jeez. There we go. Big Apple. What the fuck? Big Apple! Big Apple made it too easy. This is me learning how to Photoshop. What do you use? I use Procreate and Clip Studio. This is me. New York made it too easy. The Big Apple. And then this is me wiping my tears. Because I don't know how to use this. And then I did that. And then my bows. Draw my life. Oh, I have two. That's right. Really sad. And then this is... I have the tablet, just so you know what I look like right now. This is what I look like. Oh, and then here's the... Here's how it's looking at me. And then this is the other monitor. And then the stream deck. And then I got a blankie and a soda. Are you immersed? Are you immersed? How'd you end up in prison? If you look at my rules, if you go look at my rules, go look at my rules! I like how messed up the pen pressure. They asked about it? Yeah. That's not good. Oh my god, this shit is so chuggy. Wait. Hi, Sparky. Shit is so chuggy. I didn't know. Shit is so chuggy. Okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Oh, this one's pretty nice. Yeah. Thought you meant the other incident. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay because it forces us to learn slowly. Hold on, let me take a gummy. We're about to get creative. You guys remember that, what's your favorite idea? Mine is being creative. How do you get the idea? Creatively, well, take a look at my hair. I use my hair to express myself. I don't see what you mean. I use my hair to express myself. Do you want me to hook you up with beats? Or do you guys like the scary ambience? Let's do a magma canvas with chat. I don't know how to use that, but that sounds fun. Girl, your PC cannot run Photoshop? Shut up, yes I can. This is what I have to say. Oh! That's right. Boo! Penis! Penis! Can you put a video essay? Yeah. Sure! You guys wanna watch Barbie? I've watched every Barbie movie. Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask you. We're gonna watch that. Oh, we're gonna watch that. 1 second. You're so right. So right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Shh, 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 shh. The ambience in the background with you screaming penis is screaming. Hey, Pork Top. Let me put our little YouTube. Oh, you know what else? I'll put fish. I'll put fish for you. Unless I shouldn't, because my computer will explode. Actually, maybe yeah, you guys don't get fish. Sorry. I miss Orb. Yeah, where is Orb? Orba. Where is Orba? YouTube. Barbie. Hi, FNF. Barbie. Movie watch all. Yep. Yep. This one. This one's good. How old is oh, it's only an hour. It's okay. I don't like watching video essays. Let's see. Windows capture. Did it work? Workies? No. Alright, never mind. Shit. Ow. Ow. YouTube. Let me just make sure the oh, yep. Let's just make sure everything is working. Things. Just make sure is it oh. Oh.
Hydrate.
Hydrate? I hardly know her. I hardly know. Her. Fuck. Her. He ate 380 milligrams of funny gummy? Here, I'll put him... Here, I'll move around. I'll move myself. Ted, yep. I like this video. I like this video a lot. Put him on your hat. Hold on, let me put him behind me. There we go. Censoring Ted. Hit. There we go. I'll put the ambiance down. Okay. And now I put YouTube. YouTube, where are you? There you are. Silly. Capture audio. Okay. Okay. Is it working? I don't think it is. I want you to explain Barbie. Why doesn't it work? Properties. Barbie. Can you hear this? I don't think you can. Ah! Why? That should work. Do I change it from a window capture to a not window capture? Oh, do I? Oh, you know what? Maybe I do this audio input application audio capture. There we go. Tell me if this works. It's not! This worked before. Good attempt. I tried. Why Ted? Cause I like his Barbie video. This video is I watched every Barbie movie ever made. Why? Capture. Why? Here, let me try again. I've seen it. Display? No. Window. That's what I did! I'm just making sure. Why? Why? I don't know what to do. You click the audio capture check in properties? Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what the hell. Why, it was working the other day when I was putting Nightcore on. Damn, I think it's cooked. I think it's cooked. Shit. Windows. Did that work? No, it didn't! The video, Ted! Please, I just want to watch the Barbie cinematic universe. Hurry up before the gummy hits. Then it's gonna be bad. At least put subtitles on. Hold on, I'm trying to fix it. Skipping alarm, hello. Fuck. Here's the audio mixer dock that shows a little bar. Yeah. We will fix it. I swear. I need to a Barbie. Whoa! What is happening? The bar's moving? No. Hmm. Can you hear the audio? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Please, Barbie Cinematic Universe. I'm just keeping it on to see if it works. See if I could see it on the thing. Hmm. Guys, I think we're gonna have to stick to horror ambience. Prison guard said no TV. Prison guard said no TV. Whoa, something weird's going on. My desktop audio not working either. What the hell? Okay, I can just go watch YouTube instead. Hold on. Sometimes when I turn my tablet on, there's like a microphone on my tablet and some weird stuff happens, but I don't know if it's that. I like prison. Feels like we're watching Lala at the zoo. You think it? Yeah, you think it's my tablet? Ow. No, it's connected to my... That's not a peanut. This is stupid! You should disable the mic and speakers in your tablet. Yeah, they're gone now. We're not allowed TV in prison. Do prisoners get television in their cells? Do they? They do? Oh shit. I don't know what to do. Audio. In cell there is no TV. See? We're in prison now. You know what? No, no TV. No TV. No TV. I'll put the subs on. Subs on, horror ambience. Oh my god, that's so loud. Yeah. Horror time. Enjoy your art. Have a good stream. Bye, guys. All right. Well, that shit don't work. Sorry. Tar ambience. Now what the hell happened? Oh, there it is. Guys, no entertainment. This is... No entertainment. I can't figure it out. I tried. I tried my best. Can you act out the video? No, I'm drawing. The point of the video was that so you got iPad time. You get iPad time. Here. What is it, a train? Subway surfers? Chugga 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 choo choo. Chugga 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 choo. Here, look, it's Subway surfers. Choo choo. What layer is Subway surfers on? What do you mean? We get silence. Oh, me and my twisted mind. Hold on. Just kidding, it's just you. What am I doing today? 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 What do I need to do? What do I need to do? What happens is Photoshop. What do I need to do? We must write things down. We must write things down. What do we need? We need... no redeem buttons. We need... art room. Designated art room. Hydrate! I did it. We need... emotes. We need... what browser? Chrome. We need... shit. Opera? What the heck is Opera? Get hash brown for TTS. Yeah, I'll put that in redeem buttons. That in redeem buttons. Our room. Oh, guys, I want to do this thing. On TikTok where I'm like a newscaster, but I share like a stupid fucking like you know how the other day I was like, did you guys see Guy Fieri looks like that now? Like I just want to do like 6 seconds of like newscasting and it's just like really casual like that. I think that would be funny. News anchor TikTok. Keybind for copy paste. Oh, don't. Nope. Someone made her use Firefox and she doesn't know how to stop. I'm Jicario, hello. Have fun doing your homework. Mary Sanwa. Kohi. Gaski des. Your TikTok layout. Hiccup. What else? I wish everyone used Firefox. You're unk. That's some unk shit right there. That's some unk shit. I have a Honkers logo, but I don't have a Lala logo. Time. I'm doing English writing, it's better. Ooh, Floof, I had a question for you, but I don't remember where the video is. There's like a widget that like is like a gun and people can just like shoot things at you with their mouse on Twitch. And I was like, I want to get this, but then the gun isn't customizable, so I don't want it because I want to customize it. Oh, wait. That's right. Menu. Yes, it's all coming together. Schedule. Hi, Karama. Schedule. If I find it, I'll send it. There we go. I have one more idea to fix iPad time. I think we're cooked. Make a new browser source? I did do that. I did try that. I sure did. You're just gonna have to have horror ambience, but it's okay! It's okay because it fits prison, doesn't it? It fits prison. We're in prison? Sounds like Chrome is the problem. No! It's not, because I put desktop audio. I put desktop audio and it still wouldn't work, so I don't know. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Oh, hell yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Is that it? Is that it? Guys, I'm gonna, you know what? Menu item first sounds fun. It's Photoshop. Here. What do you think? Okay, you know how like McDonald's has like shapes? Specific nugget shapes? We'll do a cat. They're gonna be blue. I don't give a fuck. They're gonna be blue and they're gonna have sprinkles. You said you prefer clip? Well, that's on my iPad. I'm not working on my iPad. Okay, we do cat shape, chicken nugget. Okay. They have a boot. McDonald's has a boot. What do they look like? They have a desktop app? I know, I have it, but it's like not it's not like laid out the way that it is on my iPad, so it's even more confusing. I never use it. Cat. Cat. What else? What else? We have a different breed of cats. Oh, interesting. Oh, but it is called honkers too. So it's like, what the fuck is this? It's easier to draw with my mouse. Hold on. Let me try something real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I tried.
You're just like
I tried. I could put desktop audio, I guess. That works now. Ooh, let's pause Spotify.
In this movie are just two cats that each of the girls own. They can speak to each other, but not the humans. I'm just gonna give them a 4 out of 5. And the moral is just live your dream, which is so basic, so I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 5. Overall,
What the hell?
16 out of 20. So I've seen 4 Barbie
What did you try this time? Something in settings. Oh, it worked?
this whole time, and I've been gathering information.
Oh, it's because it's on desktop audio. You know what? Oh, you know what? You could probably hear me twice, huh? There you go. You guys get ads. Oh no, I can't hear myself. Now I'm gonna forget what I said every 2 seconds. I only hear you once. Can you hear me once now? Does that work?
So let's go over what we've learned in terms of lore. The main situations we see Barbie
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
playing.
whoa, 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 whoa. We're going to start over. Skippa. I mean, not Skippa. Still once. Yeah, I had to change it. Oh no! Guys, usually I have my microphone, I can hear myself, so I keep track of my thoughts, because as you know, I lose track of my thoughts. But I had to turn that off because you guys can't hear the video if I don't turn that off. So now I'm just probably gonna babble and say random shit, okay? So if I say something, can you give me context as to what I had just said? Hi, Shadow. Okay, should work now. Hi, Dree.
Hey, how's it going? I did something nobody asked for again. As we know, in July of last year, Warner Brothers released a live-action
That
Barbie
good?
movie. There was a huge amount of actors attached to it, such as Margot Robbie playing Barbie and America's sweetheart, Michael Cera. And I was really excited for this movie, mostly because it was rated PG-13, which meant that Barbie could swear
That
once.
should
Of course,
work.
the writer's strike happened last year, and I put this video on the sidelines until I could finish it without crossing a picket line. So I'll just let me from last year take over from here. The release of this movie really lit a fire.
I'm sorry,
under my
Ted, I
ass
put my
because it made
logo
me
over your
realize
video.
that if I go into that movie theater without a complete and full understanding of Barbie lore, I'm gonna look like an idiot. I'd be laughed out of the theater.
Why does
and
Ted
also,
sound like he
I'm
has
not
a
looking
flu?
for
I don't know,
in order
that's
to prepare,
between
I am
him
going
and
to watch
God.
every Barbie movie ever made. That way, I will walk out of the theater.
Clown,
in July
what's
being the
clown
greatest
like?
expert on
What's
Barbie movies that has ever walked
clown
the plains
S?
of Earth. It's been a while since I've seen Barbie.
Should I do
in
like a?
Nutcracker,
Oh,
but
that
surely
would
they
look
haven't
kind
made too
of
many
creepy
cell
if I had like a
holes. 42 of them.
No, that's not clown enough. I was thinking like a squirting flower, but like, no, I don't like that.
Watching every Barbie movie ever made,
A
and I'm going to be
clown
taking
shoe is
detailed
good.
notes on every
I
single
like
one.
that.
My main purpose here is to develop
Because they do have a boot,
airtight theory on what the true
right?
lore of the Barbie cinematic universe, also known as the BCU, is. It can reasonably be said that there are 3 eras of Barbie movies over the last 22 years that they've been
They do
releasing.
have a
You've got
boot.
2001 through 2009, the classic era. 2010 through 2015, the fashion era. And 2016
looks like a
to
wiener.
present day, the modern era. I am going to choose the worst Barbie movie from
Yeah,
each
I'm
of these
the
eras
boot.
to talk about at length. For the other 39 Barbie movies, I'm going to be ranking them based on 4 criteria. 1, Barbie's character. What did I think of Barbie in this film? Was she making reasonable choices, or was she being an absolute fool the entire time?
Well, it can't be
2,
so
story.
sharp.
Did
It has to
make
look
sense?
kind of
Was it
like a
interesting?
boot.
Did I feel the characters had
I mean, it's not a
meaningful
boot,
growth?
it's a
3,
shoe.
moral. Often in these movies, they try
Wait,
to teach
shit.
some sort of valuable lesson at the end, and I'm going to be ranking each of these movies based on the quality of its moral.
What are we drawing again? Chicken nuggets?
Sidekicks. Barbie and her antagonists often have a little
Chicken nugget
sidekick with them,
shapes.
a little creature, and I will be ranking these based on my own personal perception of them because I can. Each of these categories are worth 5 points.
Oh,
which
we could
means
do
that
a star.
perfect Barbie movie
Yeah.
could get a maximum of 20 points.
Yeah, we could do a
I don't think it's
star.
gonna happen, but it's possible. These rankings are so I can talk about each Barbie
That's
movie
good.
without having to spend
Star.
an inordinate amount of time doing
Yep.
so. Because there's 42 of them. And as we progress through these films, I will be taking
We could
note
do
of what we
a
consider to be
drop.
canon
Oh my god,
Barbie
just like the one on
lore.
my
There are many seasoned Barbie
cheek.
scholars out there that will argue that the Barbie
It
cinematic
would be
universe
rounder.
is splintered into multiple different continuities. With all due respect, I think that's a pile of horse crap. I will be the first to develop a theory
should
to
be
connect
nuts.
every
I
single
agree.
Barbie movie together based on one simple foundation. Anything
Are the
that
chicken
Barbie does
nuggets
as herself in
shapes
these
going to
films
be
will considered
emotes?
to be canon, as in
That's
it
a good
exists in the
idea,
true
but
universe of
I don't know
Barbie.
what
So with all that
emotion
being
they
said, let's dive
evoke.
in to discover the true story of
What?
Barbie.
You wouldn't trust my food? What the
I can't believe that I'm doing
hell?
this right now. This is the stupidest thing that I've ever decided to do. This is gonna be my base of operations for the next like 4 or 5 days. And other than sleeping and taking notes on my laptop, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
watching every single
How
Barbie
many
movie. So to
shapes
start
are
off,
in-
the
how
first
many
Barbie
shapes they
movie that
got?
was ever released was actually the only one
Just
that I
curious
ever
what
really
you use these
remember
assets for.
watching. Barbie
Oh,
and the
I could use it
Nutcracker,
for
released in
anything, like-
2001. This was the first 3D animated Barbie movie.
Like, I'm
that was
trying to
ever
do like
released.
2
And
blind
surprisingly,
boxes, one that has
for this
toys and then
time,
one
they were
that has
using
food in it.
cutting-edge 3D technology
I think
to make
4
this
is
Barbie
good.
movie. One of the studios that was leading the charge in
Oh, it's
making
5?
3D
Okay.
animated movies was the people making the Barbie movies. That's a little ridiculous. The first of 42 movies, starting with 2001.
Even I don't trust
Barbie
your
and the
food.
Nutcracker.
Same please buy me treats.
God.
Save
This movie
me.
is a story Barbie
You're
tells
the
her
one
sister
that
Kelly
makes
about
me
a girl,
serve
Clara,
this.
Who basically gets shrunk down by an evil mouse king and has to help this
I see the
Nutcracker,
vision.
who's actually a prince, free this kingdom from tyranny. It's based after the
Bowling
Nutcracker story,
ball
and it's
shaped
honestly as good as I
bomb.
remember as a kid. There's a giant stone
Bowling
golem
ball
that chases
shaped
after
bomb.
him. People are petrified into stone. The rat is evil
Bell
and
bone
bad. It's even
boot
got a twist
ball.
scene that blew my mind as a
Beep
kid, where they
boop
thought
bop.
they reached a castle, and it turned out
Bowling
it was a
ball
cardboard
shaped
cutout. And it ends with
bomb,
some banger
like-
dancing. I mean, look at them go. 5 out of 5. Barbie's choices are dubious at some points, but ultimately pretty solid, so 4 out of 5. And Barbie doesn't have her own animal sidekick, but the Rat King has a British bat who's pathetic and slightly annoying, so 3 out of 5. The moral's pretty good when you're kind, brave, and
I don't
clever.
remember how to
anything is
draw.
possible, so I think I'll give that a 5 out of 5. Barbie, nice
That's
job.
the pin.
So Barbie and the
Oh,
Nutcracker
oops.
gets a pretty solid score of 17 out of 20. Honestly, so much more of a banger than I thought it
What
was.
the hell
I
is
realized why we watched that
this?
movie so much as a kid.
What
I mean,
is
that's a
going
great kids
on?
movie. It had
What the-
stakes. It had fear. Some of the stuff going on in this movie was intense.
Next up on the list this
Hold
time
on.
is Barbie as Rapunzel. Here we go.
If you know the
Alright,
story
whatever,
of
man.
Rapunzel, you know how this movie generally
Bowling
goes.
ball
Princess,
bomb,
she's
like
locked
a
in tower.
ba-bomb.
She's got her adoptive mother,
Like-
witch lady, that's manipulating her to stay locked away.
Like
You've
from
got a prince
Mario?
who's got the hots for Punzi, and you've got 2 feuding kingdoms who are mad at each other because one king is the dad of Rapunzel,
Like-
thought she was
like-
kidnapped
like-
by
like-
the other king, but actually it was the witch lady. She's evil. Also, Rapunzel likes to paint and sometimes makes magic.
Oh my God, it
balls,
could be
and that's how the
glittery.
witch lady got in prison forever. Pretty straightforward retelling. 4 out of 5.
Glitter.
Barbie's pretty much a stereotypical princess that can do no wrong. Pretty middle of the road, so I'll give her a 3 out of 5. But the sidekicks in
Where
this
does
movie
the
are
wick
insane.
come out
Rapunzel
of?
has a purple dragon and a rabbit. Both can speak
Bowling
English.
ball
And then the witch
bandit.
lady
This
has a
is
weird
copy
ferret
that
thing
was
that I think is
shredded.
horny.
Oh, hello,
Where do I?
mistress.
Oh,
Incredible
jeez.
sidekicks, 5 out of 5. Finally, the moral at the end is love and imagination.
Mario,
can
did you see the
change
movie
world, which
trailer?
feels a little
Not
contrived Because in this
yet.
case, it only affects Rapunzel's life.
How
so
about
3
a
out of 5.
bong
Overall, this
shaped
movie
chicken
gets a
nugget?
15
And
out
we're
of
trying to
20.
keep it
Next, we got Barbie Barbie of
We're
Swan
we're
Lake.
trying to keep it
Barbie of Swan
brand
Lake is the first movie where I
friendly.
was like, what's going on here? It's the story of a girl who's really good at dancing, and after she randomly follows a rogue unicorn into
Also,
an
I
enchanted
feel
forest
like-
and finds a crystal, she's told that
Okay.
she's the chosen one to beat this evil wizard Rothbart, who's turned everyone in that forest into animals, but only during the day. And the wizard shows up with his huge nose, by the way, and turns her into a swan. That sucks.
I was
And
like,
then she falls in love
give
with a
him
prince
to
who
me
thought her
guy.
swan form
What?
was kind of cool, but then the wizard tries to make the prince marry her daughter with some trickery.
Why the fuck
but then
is
they beat
my-
the wizard in the end, and the lovers get married at the end. This one was kind of all over the
Can you
place, so
tell me
3 out of
why?
5. Barbie's sort of a fool in this one. She's
Why is it
wandering into
doing
forests, grabbing random crystals, letting herself
And I
get turned
have,
into
like,
a
a
swan.
regular,
She's basically
regular,
struggling the whole
schmegular-
time, so 3 out of 5. The sidekicks are a bunch of
Regular
elves that are
schmeg- oh, there
definitely
we
just
go.
human children, and they're fools because they got turned into animals too. So
The
3
Barbie
out of 5
Weasel
for that
guy?
mistake.
Oh,
And then the
give it
moral
to
is you're
me.
braver
Yeah,
than you
that's him.
think, which is like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure most people are. 3 out of 5. Total score for this one, 12 out of 20.
Princess and the Pauper.
Could I-
Princess
it
and
could
the
be,
Pauper,
like,
Princess and
timed.
the Pauper. Princess doing Pauper.
Right?
This is
And then
another retelling of the classic
explode.
fairy tale, The Prince and the Pauper. Basically, you've got 2 girls, one a princess who's rich, one a seamstress living in poverty and debt, and they meet one day and realize they look identical to each other. Also, there's this evil royal advisor, Preminger, surprisingly played by Martin Short, who is secretly stealing all the gold from the kingdom and wants to take over the throne by marrying the queen. He's also got an evil demon boy song.
By marrying the princess, I get all that I desire, like a moat, an ermine coat, and palace views.
Actually a banger. So Preminger kidnaps the princess to remove the
Okay,
kingdom's
here we
heir,
go.
and the pauper pretends to be the princess while they try to find her, and they
Chicken
eventually do, and Preminger gets
nugget.
arrested for being a bad boy in the end. Honestly, there's some pretty good voice acting and songs in this movie, and while there was some for sure goofy parts, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. Barbie is technically both of these characters, but it's a little naive.
But
when
they
the
have to be
princess is telling
kind
the
of
other woman in
disgusting
poverty that
colored,
she's
you know,
just
because
like
you
her
can't
in the
just be
song.
blue.
Just like you. I think that's true. You're just like me. Yes,
It's
I
gotta
am.
be like
Probably
a
4 out of
gross
5. The sidekicks
blue.
in this movie are just 2 cats
Maybe
that
a
each of the
green.
girls own. They can speak to each other, but not the humans. I'm just gonna give them a 4 out of 5. And the moral is just
Now that
live
looks
your
too
dream,
nice.
which is so basic, so I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 5.
Which layer are you
Princess and the
coloring
Pauper
on?
gets a
The
16
one
out of 20.
So I've
underneath.
seen 4 Barbie movies thus far, which means that I have done an 11th of the total amount of Barbie movies. I've had my laptop here this whole time and I've been gathering information. I have no idea if it means anything yet, but I've got my suspicions.
So let's go over what we've learned in terms of lore. The main situations we see Barbie playing herself
think the
are at
boot
the
should-
beginning of the
no,
first
because
three
here's the
films.
thing.
In Nutcracker, Rapunzel, and Swan Lake, we see Barbie
Here's
teaching
the
some
thing.
sort of lesson to her younger sister Kelly. In Princess and the Pauper, while it doesn't include Barbie and Kelly, it has a
When
blooper
you
reel at the end
cook
that gives us a lot of lore as well. For
something
starters, a blooper reel
blue.
implies that it's a movie being filmed within Barbie's canon universe. And it can be
Right, when you
reasonably
cook
assumed that the
something
first
blue,
3
this
movies
better
were
fucking
also
work.
movies that were filmed within that universe. So Barbie
It,
is
like,
an
doesn't really
actress
come
that
out
works
blue.
in the film industry. On top of that, some of the weirder lore we get from the blooper reel include
It
animals
comes out
speaking
green.
in the canon
Kinda like
universe, such as the
disgusting
sidekick
green.
Seraphina. So we now know that there are intelligent,
And, like, yellowy.
speaking, and sentient animals in Barbie's canon universe, which is a little bit weird. That's pretty much all we know so far, so let's keep going.
That doesn't
Before we
look so
continue
bad.
on, though, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. As I've mentioned in the past,
Oh, you
I
fixed
hate
it?
Since I have a job that requires a lot of personal executive function, it can sometimes be a weight
How about
on my
that,
own
huh?
personal mental health. I know I'm a YouTuber, okay, but I also get overwhelmed
How about
every
that?
now and then. And even though I've been kind of living as me my whole life, and I know how my brain works, there's still room to grow in there. Oftentimes, it's helpful to speak to a therapist if you don't have the right tools to deal with the struggles
Try
you
this
go
hex
through
code.
just kinda living life. And sometimes you might not have the network or feel comfortable talking with friends and family about what you might be dealing with. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who's trained to
96681.
listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. First, you go to their site using my link at betterhelp.com/TedNivison. You answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles
This
like
one?
yours. You can do it all from your phone or computer via phone call, video chat, messaging, however
No,
you feel most comfortable.
Ted.
It's the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist. You'll be matched with a therapist usually within 48 hours, so you can get started fast. Visit betterhelp.com/TedNivison or choose my name during sign up, and you'll get a special discount on your first month. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video.
I look good
Wanna
though,
ring in the
like
new year
low
with
key.
style and serious savings?
Apparently,
Let me
is
show
ugly
you.
blue?
Ashley has
No,
hot
no, no.
buys
This is a
starting at
nice
just
blue. Ugly blue is
$2.99 during their New Year's
subjective.
sale. I got this sofa,
Ugly
and
blue
honestly,
is when
what
you
a
fry
find. Just
something with
$6.49.
blue food
Shop
coloring,
Ashley
it
today.
usually turns disgusting. Like a green. Like a, yeah, like a, ew. Ew, gross. Gross.
Today is day 2 of watching every Barbie
Can we dye the
movie
dipping
ever
sauce one
made.
color?
Today,
That's a good
I
idea!
have 10 to watch. or 11 or 12. So up next this morning is 2005's Barbie.
Yeah, it's like kind of blue, kind of gross.
Back downstairs I go. As of now, I don't see a single problem with watching all
Ew.
these Barbie movies. My mental state is perfection.
Michael
right now. I feel like I
Chicken.
won't have enough today, and I'll watch more. Let's do it.
Looking at this thumbnail for what this
I'm not
movie is
admitting
gonna be,
anything,
I'm already
first of all.
excited. Look at this goblin. Look at that Grimbley. Barbie fairy.
Doesn't it look so?
Barbie Fairytopia is a movie that goes
Some
totally left field
crumbs?
from folklore retelling
No,
and
no,
just
no,
starts
no.
making their own stuff up.
That
It's
looks
the story
pretty
of a
good
wingless
to me.
flower fairy named Alina, who is bullied relentlessly for being disabled by having no wings, until an evil witch lady and her minion Fungus give all the fairies COVID-19 and they
yummy.
can't fly anymore.
Also
And she's trying to
looks
steal some magic from some
disgusting.
important fairies. So Alina embarks on a journey to basically defeat the witch fairy.
Brother,
and in the end, Alina has her wish granted of having her own wings. It's a pretty crazy story, but honestly
Looks
very
like
creative,
6'5",
so 4 out of 5.
6'4".
The character Barbie
Oh,
plays
I
in this
can't
is
do
pretty
that.
resourceful, obviously because she's lived her whole life being different. I would say she did a pretty good job in this, so 4 out of 5. For sidekicks,
I don't know hex code numbers.
This character has got to be the worst sidekick I've seen in probably any piece of media.
I
that I've
hate
watched.
Bibble.
Listen to this devious creature speak.
Bibble
Okay, here we go.
startled me.
When we first see him, I literally have written, Barbie's got a sleeping little creepy weirdo as my first impression of him. Not only that, but Bibble receives an insane amount of physical punishment in this movie
yummy.
that is borderline sadistic of the writers to do. But if you knew Bibble and what he stood for, you'd be
Bibble.
satisfied it was going on. 0 out of 5, I wish I could go lower. The moral of this movie is what makes you different makes you special, but that has no value when the ending was making Barbie's character like everyone else by giving her wings 1 out of 5. Overall, Barbie
True.
Fairytopia gets a 9 out of 20.
Just finished.
They
Barbie
look bruised.
Fairytopia.
Good.
What the fuck is a Bibble?
Next up on the list is Barbie
What the hell
and
is a
Magic of
Bibble?
Pegasus. Here we go. Barbie and the
They're-
Magic of
okay,
Pegasus is a
I'm
wild
thinking
story. Barbie
we
is a girl
have-
named Princess Annika who
Shit,
befriends
I
this
kind of
pink
want
Pegasus
different
who
colored
also
chicken
is
nuggets,
her
but then
sister
like
under
thinking
a
about like
curse,
the
and she's
production
brought
of
to
that
this
is like
cloud
too much
kingdom.
fucking
She's got
work.
3 days to break
It's
the
too
spell
much
of, you
work,
guessed it, an evil
because if I
wizard
had
named Wenlock who's
multicolored
trying
chicken
her
nuggets,
whole
then that would
family to
imply that I
assemble
put
this
work into what I
wand of
do.
light that can beat Wenlock,
And that's not what I
also
want.
apparently a myth. And it's built with 3 very vague things.
From a measure of
Not what I
courage,
want.
a ring of love.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this as like if I were to actually make this,
notions of things. But they managed to build it and eventually
use
defeat
different
Wenlock in the
covered
end.
flour,
Barbie is less of a perfect
but
person in this,
colored
she does
sauce
have
is
some
much
growth
easier.
across
I
the movie and
agree.
learns to appreciate her
Plus,
family, so
like
I'll
I
give her a
said,
4
when
out
you
of 5.
put
Sidekick in
like
this one
bright
is a
colors
baby
and you
polar bear
fry
she meets at
them,
the
they
beginning
get
of the film, and
disgusting
this
colored,
sidekick
so it's
causes
like
far more problems for Barbie and her team than
they're
helps
they're
them.
not
There's,
gonna
like,
look like the
several times this
same
thing almost gets
item.
them killed. I'm gonna give a polar bear a 1
You know what I
out of 5. And the
mean?
moral
We're
is
gonna
there
make
is
the
always
box.
hope, which
Let's
I
make the
suppose is a
box.
fair
Wait,
moral,
actually.
because there was always
I worked in a
hope
restaurant, it's
despite
no
the
work.
fact that
Me
polar bear was
too,
trying to screw
which
him
is
up the
why
whole
I
time.
don't want to
3 out of 5.
separate
Overall,
them.
this one gets an 8 out of 20.
Magic of Pegasus done. Done with that
Blue
one.
Ranch. Isn't the point for it to
Oh,
look
God.
disgusting?
Except this
Yes,
Barbie
but I
took a
also want it to look
So I guess that means that we're going
homogeneous.
back to Fairytopia with this one.
But this time we're getting more into mermaids. Barbie's character Alina has to travel to
Should
this
I
place
put
called
mold on it?
Mermaidia because
No,
this mermaid prince she
and-
met in the last movie got kidnapped because evil witch lady chased
No.
back. But this time she's looking for a special berry that'll make her super
No.
OP. There's a creepy human-faced turtle I did not like at all. A little weirdo speaking in riddles. And the
No.
embodiment of gluttony and greed, Bibble, is back, so that's awful. There's also this weird thing where Alina
Bibble
takes a risk
sucks.
where she swaps her wings for a tail and then makes a sacrifice where she's supposedly stuck
Mold
as
is
a
too
mermaid, but then
far.
there's a plot armor berry she eats and
Never
she's just
say
even
never.
more fairy
Never
than
say
before.
never.
So no choice a character makes is permanent.
What's
Also,
this?
Witch Lady got turned into a frog.
Oh, okay.
3 out of 5. Barbie's character in this is fine. It's
Ball
always
girl
kinda
say
like
what?
working out for her though. No risk she takes.
Burger-shaped chicken nugget. Wait, that's pretty funny.
Again, at one point he gets a voice.
Well, hello, Barry.
That's pretty funny.
You look lovely today.
Which was kind of interesting, but it's still Bibble, so it sucks. 0 out of 5. I don't want to see Bibble again. I don't think I can handle that. The moral
I don't wanna
is
see
trust your
Bibble
true
again
self,
either.
which I guess connects because Alina turns into her true self at the end, so 4 out of 5. So overall, Barbie Mermaidia gets a 10 out of 20. When I finished that last Fairytopia film, I was thinking I would get another fairy tale-esque Barbie movie next. We're talking princesses, weird little animal friends, sometimes a big rat with a scepter that can use magic, normal stuff. After all, we are in the classic era of Barbie movies, which is mostly just fairy tales through the lens of Barbie, and then sometimes Bibble shows up. I fucking hate that guy. So it's safe to say that I was
Bibble,
shocked when I was
no.
assaulted, and I mean assaulted, by the next film, Barbie Diaries. And part of that was because I wasn't totally sure what I was looking at.
Ever One has gotta see.
Seems that they took a bit of creative liberties with the animation style this time. What happened to you, Barbie? What's wrong with you? You've been turned into a husk. I don't know why they changed it. The previous animation style was perfectly fine. Every character in this film.
Do we get one shaped like her hair ties? I mean, they're just circle. They're circular.
The best way to tell Barbie's true story was by generating an entire movie in The Sims 2. Either way, here's the beginning of the official description of the movie. So, you're like not gonna believe this awesome story. It's filled with friendship and magic, super cool music, stylish fashion, and of course, romance. That sounds like a teenager giving a pitch for the worst movie you've ever heard. Unlike the previous films, Barbie's actually herself.
It sounds like an
in this
amazing
film.
movie,
In fact,
Ted.
This is the first Barbie movie that's about Barbie's life, which also means ding 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 ding, that's the lore bell, it's ringing. That means we're gonna discover some canon lore in this movie. With that being said, let's dive into this film. The movie opens with Barbie and her friends Tia and Courtney hanging out in presumably Barbie's garage, slacking off from rehearsing for
Yummy.
their band. Their filmmaker friend Kevin comes in with a classic boy next door entrance, saying a cool line.
Do the thingy. Sorry, I have ads. Oh, they look gross. Yeah. Yeah, they look gross. Oh, I see. They look way different on my tablet than they do on the screen. Oopsies.
Wow.
Get a diamond and curly fry.
For your information, we rehearsed for like
We can do
a
the
full 10
curly
minutes.
fries like
I'd say
that.
10. Easily 10. A full 8 minutes.
What the fuck? If that hit him, that would have hurt. That's a drumstick, and she whipped it at him. Imagine if it just hit him in the eye and then he's screaming on the floor. Roll credits. Kevin reminds them that they had plans to
You know
watch
what
the
I
sunset
kinda
together.
want?
While they're watching the sunset,
You know
they
what
each
I
wish for
kinda
something
want?
for their upcoming sophomore year. Barbie wishes to anchor the school news channel, Courtney wishes to improve her drumming, and
You know
Tia
what I
wishes to be
kinda
class
want?
president. However, Kevin refuses to say his wish out loud.
You can't say your wish out loud. You'll totally jinx it.
We just did.
What
I
if?
know. Sorry about that. Could have been a great
Money?
year for you
Yeah.
guys.
That too.
Do they just hate Kevin? That was a malicious push.
What
The first day of
if?
sophomore year arrives, the girls are driving to school, and we see plenty
McDonald's
of establishing shots
was-
of
what?
Sims University. And it seems like every character
It
moves
had
in a bone-chilling
one
way.
disgustingly
I get physically
yellow
uncomfortable
chicken
watching
nugget.
these characters interact with
And
each
it
other.
was
They
the
don't
star.
seem like they
Aw,
should be
so
real. Why does he have
cute!
such a hard time getting that paper off his back? Just go like this. When the girls
This
arrive
one.
at school, they have their parking spot taken by guess who?
So
The antagonist of the film
cute.
and Barbie's greatest rival, Raquel.
That's a vomit star. So cute.
I'm sorry. Were you guys going for this spot? How awkward. It's for the best. You saved her the embarrassment of parking that junk heap where people can actually see it. How
Yeah.
nice of me.
Can't
Yeah.
tell already, this movie borrows a heavy amount of inspiration from Mean Girls, which sort of makes sense when
Yeah,
you consider
yeah,
that this
yeah,
movie came
yeah.
out in 2005, the year after Mean Girls came out. And with the popularity of that movie, it doesn't surprise me that people at Mattel were
Yeah,
like,
that's
what the fuck
good,
are we
that's
doing
good, that's
writing
good,
fairy
that's
tales?
good.
We need a story about girls
Squeaky
being
hash
nasty
brown
to each
emo.
other. That's what children want. If you don't think it's feeling similar to Mean Girls now, you will later. Next up, we introduce the love interest of Barbie, which is done in the most incredible manner.
And survive the Jeep rides.
This is prison food? Yeah. Yeah. Hit box. Wow. Easy.
This character
Easy
Todd is carrying
clap.
the weight of the entire early 2000s on his back. He is a legend. Are you seeing how badass he is? Look how he walked in he gave a high five to a guy.
Having a crush on Mr. Hottie's school jock guy is a cliche. And frankly, I think you're better than that.
Really? You think that
think this
Barbie
is
is
the-
above being a cliche? Are we talking about the same person here? She's literally Barbie. This is a bit nitpicky also, but why are we considering Todd to be hot in this scenario? These character models are practically just a pair of eyes and lips, and they all look the same. Also, when they get far away from them, they look like they just have beads for eyes. Especially Barbie. Basically, Barbie thinks that Todd is waving at her, but oh, no way. He's dating Raquel, her rival. And then he goes to hang out in the quad, which is allegedly reserved for only popular people.
It's just a lawn. I don't know why the popular people are the only
I don't know
ones
if I
who can
want
hang out
that.
I understand high school can be cliquey, but how would they ever enforce that? Especially since it's the 2000s at an open-air campus. There's no way you're keeping the hacky sack kids away from that grass, okay? Unless you wanted to start a war.
I don't know if I like
After
that.
Tia announces her solution to the quad problem.
First thing I'm gonna do when I'm elected is to
I
eliminate
want, it has to be a
Seems like a bit of
box.
an overreach
Yeah,
of
it has to be a
power
box.
for
What am I, an
student council
idiot?
president,
What am I, a
but
freaking
respect the energy. I think
idiot?
that
It has to
wouldn't
be a
work, and then
box.
everyone who is is popular would hate you. Barbie then goes to attempt
It
to
has
pitch
to be a
herself as being
box.
the school news anchor to the teacher running the news station, Mr. Wexler, but oh no again. Raquel has just been cast as the next school news anchor. This is terrible because that's her rival. So now, the rivalry is pretty serious, especially when the journalism teacher assigns Barbie as being Raquel's assistant.
No, that doesn't go on the
You're the most
side.
dedicated student on our staff. We could really use you around the station this year.
Really?
What am I, a
Raquel's gonna need
freaking
top-notch
idiot?
assistant. You get to do absolutely everything an anchor
Bags
does.
have hash brown
Except
on
you don't have
it.
Things take a turn in Barbie's favor though when Kevin shows her a video he captured of
I like
Raquel
this,
and
hold
Todd
on.
breaking up while he was filming cheerleader practice.
I was shooting cheerleader practice, and look what wandered into my shot.
Why were you shooting cheerleader practice, Kevin?
Yeah,
Look, do you want to
Kevin.
see the footage or not?
Why do these girls associate with Kevin? They don't seem to like him, and he's clearly got some
Kevin
voyeuristic
sucks.
tendencies. Either way, Barbie runs into Todd at his locker, and she pulls some classic Barbie riz, as the kids are saying these days. And next thing you know, Barbie and Todd are hanging out at the bleachers while Todd's leg no-clips into the back rooms. Barbie and Kevin later have a movie night together as Barbie has friend-zoned Kevin into the absolute abyss, and he suggests that Barbie should try to co-anchor with Raquel. When she tries to ask Mr. Wexler if she could co-anchor, he says he would only agree if she had a good enough story, as if he's running a real news station and he's trying to get pictures of Spider-Man. Now this is when things start to become interesting because
Give me
Barbie and Todd
pictures
are now
of
going to the
Spider-Man.
fall formal, the dance, the big dance. And Todd asks Barbie to watch his football practice, which gives us this incredible scene.
Pillbox sued? No, no, no. They don't own the color yellow. Well, they own a certain yellow hex code, but...
And then Raquel is like competing with her or something by
But
flirting with other dudes on the football field.
that's not
driving
what this
Todd jealous.
is.
Doesn't seem like Todd and Raquel had a very healthy relationship, to be completely honest. Next up, the girls head to the mall to find outfits for the fall formal.
Oh, look at this. Bejeweled Asian utensils. Cute hair
Nah. Wait. I know it's giving
There's something
McDonald's.
strange about calling chopsticks Asian utensils and then immediately start using them as drumsticks. Eventually, Barbie finds an outfit for the fall formal, but uh-oh, Raquel and her friends are also at the same store at
Raquel
this mall.
fucking
Raquel sees Barbie
sucks.
shopping for the fall formal, and she picks up her phone to call someone. Immediately after, Barbie gets a call from Todd telling her that Raquel and him are back together and that they can't go to the fall formal together anymore. Which means
Now
that
this
Raquel
looks
saw
like a
Barbie
flag.
happy and
This
then
looks like
decides that
France.
She can't have that, so she gets back together with Todd. And
I made
Todd
it
just
French.
says
Fuck.
yes, as if he didn't already have
No,
plans
no,
with Barbie.
no.
This happens in Mean Girls as well. So Barbie is obviously bummed about this, and the store clerk sees this. So she decides to give Barbie this bejeweled diary with a
giving
bracelet
France.
that opens the lock for it.
Okay, okay.
She starts writing in the diary every day. Raquel continues to bully Barbie
Shit,
in
it's
school
gonna need
for
to be a
like
brighter
really
yellow,
stupid
isn't
things.
it?
For instance, they gave her crap for doing
Actually,
well on a test and messing up the curve.
Congratulations,
Here, we'll get rid of the white. There, it don't look like a flag no more.
Also, this teacher has the most skin-tight collared shirt I've ever had the displeasure of seeing. That shirt is grafted onto his skin.
Make it
I need you
work.
to do research for my next big story. Fashion. That's your big story? I mean, it's fun and all, but I was thinking... Don't care.
And when Barbie becomes frustrated with how Raquel doesn't care about the news, but rather just being a popular girl, this gives her the idea to
Making a
write
treasure
story
chest, not a
for the
paper
school
bag.
news about
Bro,
the
this is for the
difference between
nuggets.
popular and unpopular
Dude,
students.
does
On top of this,
McDonald's
Barbie
put the
decides to sign
nuggets
her
like
and her
straight in
friend's
your
band,
bag,
which
or does
is
it go in a
called
box and then in the
Charms, with a Z.
bag?
An audition to play at the fall formal, but she's
You want me to
very clearly
you want me
doing
to
it
just
for
you
selfish
drop the
reasons.
nuggets in the bag
See that I can
as
be bold and
is?
exciting. For once, people will know me as something other than the girl who ruins the curve.
So we're setting up a situation where Barbie is placing her friends on the sidelines for her own personal gain. It's such a cool thing to be doing. But they end up successfully
That's
auditioning
true,
for the
see?
fall formal, so Barbie and her friends are now going to be playing at the dance. So now we got two storylines that are intersecting here, maybe three, and I'll try my best to explain it. On one side, Barbie is attempting to infiltrate and gain the trust of the popular girls so she can essentially write a hit piece on them, so that she can become the new
I don't
news
like this
anchor for
box.
the school for her own personal gain. And
I don't
then
like
we've
it.
got Barbie,
I don't
Courtney,
like it.
and
We're
Tia
gonna-
needing to
we gotta
practice
change
in
it.
order to perform at
Changing
the fall
it.
formal that Barbie had them audition for Barbie's own personal gain. Her pitch to her friends is like, guys, I know we've never performed before.
Wait,
but
I
don't you
actually
get how
have-
fucking cool that would make me. By the way, I have no idea how they nailed the audition because they've never played it in front of a crowd before, and they clearly don't have
Should I do
interest
white
in
or
practicing,
should I
as
do-
can be seen in the first scene of the film. On top of that, Kevin has started sending Barbie secret admirer letters, but she's a fool and she thinks that
You
they're
want to
from
add a line
Todd,
to the
who we know at
bottom
this
of the
point
box
has
so
the
it
mental capacity
enters
of
the
an
three-dimensional
iguana.
plane?
Basically, what happens from here on
Yeah.
out is that Barbie
One
starts
second.
writing in this diary, and the wishes
I have
that
a
she
logo.
expressed in the diary start coming true, which leads Barbie to believe that her good luck is due
Pretend
to her
this is
writing
it.
these wishes in the diary. meaning that the diary is magical.
You guys have seen
Essentially,
it.
Barbie believes that she's acquired a more powerful version of the Death Note. If you've seen Mean Girls, you generally know what happens next. Barbie becomes incredibly engrossed in her infiltration of the popular girls to the point where she's legitimately hanging out with them and gossiping about people for her news story, including her friends.
So we decided to audition for the fall.
Burger.
As a result of this, she begins to stop
Actually, let me just get the fucking logo. What is my problem?
Rightfully pisses her friends off. This whole story comes to a head when the
What is my problem?
Barbie is writing a hit piece on them.
Could be a mimic chest. What is that?
Includes her telling secrets to the Mean Girls about them. Raquel also steals Barbie's bracelet, meaning that she can't use her diary anymore, which leads her to frantically try to find the bracelet while all of her interpersonal relationships are dissolving around her. Basically, Barbie has become the worst human imaginable, and she deserves
Barbie
to be punished for her
sucks.
selfishness and greed. Barbie's going to hell. Sorry, kids. However,
She's going to hell.
The error of her ways, and instead of airing the hit piece, she chooses to play all of the short films that Kevin made over the summer. This leads her friends to forgive her for
I've
being
not
an
seen
absolute
it.
cock for
One
almost the entire
second.
movie. And Charms is somehow able to do an incredible job at the fall formal. Even though Barbie has been skipping practice for weeks.
What's
and
a
they've never
mimic?
performed in front of a crowd before. She just gets up there and starts rocking out.
Do you want to know the secret to creating the perfect birthday party decor? When my daughter asked for a mermaid-themed
What?
birthday, I knew exactly who to call. Mike Cricket. From custom invitations to under-the-sea banners and party favors, I created everything my way for way less. With Cricket,
I
can
have
skip
a
the price
Cricket.
store markup and make meaningful,
I already
personalized
have
decor
one.
exactly what I
Ad.
needed. It's not just
Silly.
cute, it's affordable. Why buy it when you can
A
make
creature
it?
that pretends
Cricket
to
helps
be a
bring the magic
chest.
to every celebration without breaking the bank. Check out Cricut.com today and get everything you need to get started.
Barbie suddenly has the confidence and poise of a rock star, and it was done all
flip.
through the power of forgiveness. And Raquel is so mad that Barbie is a rock star that she gets covered in punch. And she's rolling around in the punch and she's screaming. And then, oh my god, Barbie finds out that Kevin was the one writing the secret admirer letters. And now he's going from friend zone to bone zone, baby. One of the things that sort of confused me about the diary
Make an
situation
opening
in this
like the
movie,
kitty
though, is
mouth.
that she eventually realized
Yeah,
the
yeah,
diary
I was
not
doing
magic. And
that.
in reality, she's just like good at everything.
That's
She's
it.
just
That's
lucky in
yeah. That
her
was an
way. So that's
idea I
Barbie
had.
Diaries. If I had to give this movie a rating, it would be as follows. So for the Barbie score, I'm giving
I'm
it a
trying to find
0
a fucking
out of
logo.
5. I think the story was somewhat interesting, mostly because it was taking pieces out of the Mean Girls playbook, but generally it just involved Barbie intentionally infiltrating a friend group for dirt and then realizing that was wrong, and then everything works out for her in the end. So like 2 out of 5. For the moral, this was one of the few Barbie movies that did not have a quote at the end. So I'm gonna have to guess that the moral was that you should treat your friends with respect, and that like being a popular person is vapid, which I suppose is a good moral. So maybe 3 out of 5. She did not have
It
an
would be
animal
so
sidekick in
cute
this
if
movie.
the
This is a pretty rare thing
box.
for
Oh
Barbie
my
not to have a
god,
little
hold on. Let me
creature
get the
with her, and I'm
thing.
pretty upset by it. 0
I'll
out
take
of 5,
50
which means that Barbie
years.
Diaries gets a 5 out of 20
You
on
wanna
the
know
10
why?
Barbie scale.
You wanna know
Without a doubt,
why?
This was determined to be the
It's
worst
because I
Barbie
name
movie in the
everything
classic
Key
era of
Mash.
Barbie movies. But don't be fooled.
Don't do that.
I still had more to watch.
Finished Barbie Diaries. That was a weird movie.
Because I just
Next
key.
up
I say,
is
what's the
Barbie
name of
and
this
the 12
file?
Dancing Princesses. Hope it goes
It's
well.
Key Mash
Barbie got a lot of sisters in
3.
this one, and they're all royalty, but despite that, they all live in the same room in a palace with probably 700 rooms. Their mom's dead, so the king's
Mash,
like, I need
yep.
some help with this shit. So he brings in his cousin Rowena, who turns out to be an absolute frickin' asshole. She's like a total dick, turns the girl's room into like barracks.
Hi,
And what makes matters
Skunko.
worse, she's got an evil monkey. The girls discover a secret room that is
Me
magical, and they do all-night
monkey.
vendors dancing down there and lie about it to Rowena's chagrin. And at the same time, Rowena's basically poisoning the king but pretending he's sick, to the point where she manages to get the kingdom signed over to her. But then the girls fight her and they heal the king, and that's the end. Fucking 3 out of 5. Barbie's fine in this one. She basically dances and has
As long
11
as your
sisters. 3 out of
folders
5.
are
Like,
properly
sidekicks, you
labeled,
got Barbie's cat,
kinda.
a parrot, and the evil monkey. And the monkey
kind
is
of.
like really evil. So I'm gonna give that evil monkey a 5 out of 5. That monkey's crazy, dude. The moral is, there is a difference only you can make, which is hilarious as a quote, when it was 12 collective sisters, specifically in this story, that made a difference. So 2 out of 5. Overall, 12 Dancing Princesses gets a 13 out of 20.
Next up is Barbie Fairytopia Magic of the Rainbow. Let's do it.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so
There
we're
we
back
go.
in Fairytopia again for the 3rd time. This time Alina's going to fairy school. She's training to be an apprentice for those
Oopsies.
important fairies I mentioned earlier. They're trying to do a silly little ritual called the Flight of Spring. If you don't do it, then you get like a decade of winter. Also, evil frog witch lady is trying to mess things up. Obviously, they defeat her, but this time, according to the Barbie Wikipedia, she is killed.
Love the logo.
permanently,
Thank
like
you.
dead. So that's crazy. Like every Fairytopia movie, something bad happens, there's the appearance
Better when
of
I
permanent
put them
consequence,
side
but then
by
everything works
side.
out. So 3 out of 5. Barbie's character does something really silly in this where she's tricked into turning evil witch lady back from a frog and just trusts the frog based on its word alone, and then is gaslit by the rest of the fairies that it wasn't the evil witch lady. So she really struggles in this, so 2 out of 5. For sidekicks, things got way worse in this Fairytopia because not only is Bibble in this movie, they introduce him a love interest named Diz, who is a pink female.
Bibble has a wife?
Lipstick. I had no
It
idea
has
that
to
things
be
could
this
get worse.
color.
0 out of 5.
Hi, Daniel.
Together we're strong. I guess it is fine. 3 out of 5. Overall, the third Fairytopia gets an 8 out of 20.
Next up, we got Barbie. She's gonna be on.
Bibble's back, and he's badder than ever.
Barbie's character Ro living by herself, alone on an island with 3 animal sidekicks she can speak
Bibble's
to.
back.
Until Ken comes
The
to
bitch
town
is
and
back.
colonizes her, and she just kind of trusts this stranger and gets on his boat and goes back to his kingdom with him. And as she's exploring civilization for the first time with her animal pals, they discover big
back.
surprise.
What is
an evil
happening?
plot to
We're
take over the
drawing.
kingdom. How many times are we gonna do this? Basically, they beat the evil lady with the big hair trying to take over the kingdom, and it turns out that
Oh,
Ro
this
is
would be
actually the lost
cute
daughter of
if it
another
had
king
like
and queen.
a-
Baba Booey, she's the island princess, and she gets married to colonizer Ken. It was a pretty
Ba-
interesting
ba-
premise,
ba-
though, so I'd give it a 4 out of
Yep.
5. This character for Barbie is pretty funny because she's the only one who can speak to the animals, so I imagine when she does this, everyone thinks that she's fucking insane. So I'd give her a 3 out of 5. There are a lot of sidekicks in this, but the main ones I'll talk about are Ro's elephant friend Tika,
Am I
who
gonna make
frequently is an
everything
absolute asshole and has
primary
abandonment
colored?
issues and is also
Yes.
a total cockblock towards Barbie's character. Not a
I
fan
like
of
it when
Tika.
my eyes
Then the villain
bleed.
has these 3 little rats named
But
Nap,
also
Pat,
I
Nat,
think they
and
look good
Rats
together.
have an awesome song where they sing about cheese the whole time.
We are a trio of hungry fellas who dream at night about mozzarella.
So you can tell I was a bit conflicted on the rating here, but I like that cheese song, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Hi,
You know what the end
Ambush.
is? There may be miracles awaiting.
We're
They may be
just
closer than we
drawing
know, and we
some
have love to guide us as we
branding
go,
stuff.
which is just a lyric taken from one of the songs. I think
Post-stream.
that's lazy, so 2 out of 5. Overall, Barbie as the Island Princess gets a 13 out of 20.
Next up is Barbie Mariposa. Rock on, baby.
Barbie Mariposa, and her
Mariposa.
Butterfly Fairy Friends, released in 2008, was the first Barbie
That's
movie
cute.
of the 2008
Okay.
housing crisis. Also, this is a story Alina from Fairytopia is telling to Bibble, so it's like folklore from the Fairytopia universe. Good luck digesting that one.
See, it's
Anyway,
giving
the story is
clown.
Butterfly
It's
Fairy
giving-
Attack on
it's-
Titan.
it's-
They literally
it's-
have
it's-
flying titans outside their city walls called skeezites that eat the butterfly
Giving
fairy, and they're
clown.
ugly and weird and kind of have faces that remind me of
Giving
Thomas the Tank Engine,
not
but that's besides the
McDonald's.
point. The story
It's
was once
giving-
again centered around a royal figure being poisoned as part of an attempt to usurp a throne. But besides that, I'd say this was some cool world
Giving
building
party
going on, and
box,
I can't believe that I'm
yes.
saying this, but a refreshing change in the Fairytopia universe. I did
Giving-
not think anything like
yes,
that would come
and
out
you
of my
know
mouth.
what?
4 out of 5.
It's
Barbie's character in
okay
the story
if
is pretty
we
solid. I think she makes some good choices, so I'll give her a 4 out of 5. And the main animal sidekick in this is a
Actually,
rabbit
maybe-
butterfly thing, who I'd say is a good sidekick.
Are you gonna make
but
fan art
Bibble
for
did
yourself?
show
It's
up
not
in this
fan
movie,
art.
so
I'm
2
putting
out of
these
5.
things
And the
into
moral is the most beautiful
stream.
thing you can be is yourself.
Into the
Personally,
stream.
I think that's a really nice sentence and sort of connects to the butterfly theming, so 5 out of 5. Overall, Barbie Mariposa gets a 15 out of 20.
We know you're lame. Yeah. I do like drawing myself low key. Then we put this logo in here. They're already in the stream. I see them right there. That's because these are being added. I'm pretending this is the. This is a logo.
Now on to my 13th Barbie movie, which is Barbie and the Diamond Castle.
Okay, this is a story Barbie and her friend Teresa tell her sister Stacy about 2 friends, Liana and
Oh,
Alexa.
but that would
They're
be
both
cute
like
if
mega
it
poor,
had,
probably
like-
because they sell fucking flowers for a living. And they get into like a huge situation after finding some
Be
heart-shaped
cute if-
stones and also getting a mirror from an old lady. The mirror's got a
Stripey?
girl in it, and she's in there because she's hiding from
Bandit,
this evil
thank you for
lady,
the
Lydia, so she
9
can't find the
months.
diamond
Holy
castle.
shit,
Exactly, no worse place of
Areno.
music. Duh. Don't
Thank
you
you,
know where music comes from? So they go on this
Dagger.
journey and they meet some cute boys, and also Lydia's got a dragon named
Hello.
Slayer who just won't quit. He's trying to kill him all the time. But in the end, they managed to defeat Lydia through the power of music and friendship. And also, didn't see this one coming, are made princesses of music. This one's okay, 3 out of 5. Barbie's character doesn't do anything
Where's
specific
Orb?
to piss
I'm
me off in
worried.
this, but she does have some character growth, so 4 out of 5. The sidekicks are the main issue in this movie. These 2 dogs, Sparkle and
That's
Lily,
too
are
many.
some of the weirdest
Actually, I kinda
sidekicks
like that
I've
it's a
seen from a
mess.
Barbie movie.
Nah,
They're like
it's too
normal
much,
dogs
too much.
most of the time, until they start dancing.
Too much. too much.
It's horrifying, honestly, seeing these dogs do
What's
that.
happening in the
The
corner?
animators took human dancing
Which
motion capture
corner?
and applied it to these dogs and didn't change
The
anything.
nuggets?
Also, they've got human teeth. Are these elves dressed
They're
in
blue.
the skin of dogs? I don't think that these are actually dogs. 0 out of 5, without a doubt. The moral at the end is friendship is the true
Orb might
treasure,
have
and
poor
I think that's a great moral for
reception.
what this story
You think
was.
he
So
went
5 out of 5.
cave
So overall,
diving?
Diamond Castle gets a 12 out of 20.
Next up is Barbie in A Christmas Carol? Here we go.
Barbie in A Christmas Carol is just a retelling of A Christmas Carol, but instead it's about this singer named Eden Starling instead of Scrooge. If you know A Christmas Carol, you know how this goes. Easy 4 out of 5. The character Barbie plays in this is actually the first time I've seen Mattel be willing to portray Barbie in kind of a negative light for most of the movie. I think they get away with it because they make her British, but I'm not going to expand on that. But obviously, as with this story, she has a whole character arc and an entire new lease on life, so I'd give her a 4 out of 5
Maybe
as well.
tending
Eden's
to his
sidekick is a
bird.
cat named Chuzzlewit. He's also lazy and greedy, and probably all the other sins too. The only thing I'll give him is not being Bibble, so 1 out of 5. The moral at the end is keep the beauty of Christmas in your heart every day of the year.
What are
and
we
I
up
get where they're
to?
coming
I'm
from, but
making
also
some
kind of an insane
branding
ask, so 3 out of 5. Overall, Barbie in A Christmas Carol gets a 12 out of 20.
Thumbelina time.
For Madam
This movie was not bad at all. Basically, it's just a
LalaLuluTime.
story about a Twillerby named Thumbelina that has effectively no relation to the 19th century fairy tale.
These
She
are
lives in
gonna
some
be used
flowers
for,
and a spoiled
like-
girl and her parents want to
Why no Among Us
Walmart where
nugget?
she lives, but
Because
she
Among
befriends
Us
the girl and
belongs to
manages save their
someone.
home. It's got some environmental themes to it. 4 out of 5. Barbie doesn't really show up in this film that
I
much.
can't
Usually
take
the main
Among Us for
character is a
myself.
character played by Barbie, but because of this end scene where Thumbelina
I will,
is made
however,
canon by
put
the way,
Sonic
they're
on some
separate
things.
people. Barbie is just kind of there at the beginning, so I'll give her a 4 out of 5 because she didn't really do anything wrong. For sidekicks, there isn't much of a sidekick in
Fellow
this one, except
CSP
this
user.
really
Oh,
ugly
this is
dog, and
Photoshop.
That dog, for me, is a 1 out of 5 dog. The moral is even the smallest person can make a difference. I think this is a perfect moral for this movie, to be honest. So
Oh,
5
what
out
are
of
you
5.
watching?
Overall, Thumbelina gets a 14 out of 20.
The
Final movie of the
Ted
night,
watches
Barbie and the Three
every single
Musketeers.
Barbie movie ever.
I'm doing so well, and my mental state is at an all-time high.
So we're going to France for this Barbie movie because Barbie plays Corinne, a girl living on a farm whose dad was a musketeer and she's got dreams of being one herself. So she goes to Paris and tries to become a musketeer, but it turns out sexism is real in 17th century France. So instead she ends up working as a palace maid and along the way meets 3 other girls, and they all end up getting trained to be musketeers.
The
by this
brushes
old
look
lady
hella
maid in
similar.
Sort of a Mr. Miyagi type scenario. Also, there's this evil advisor to the prince, you know the drill. Motherfucker wants that throne. But Corinne and her friends end up becoming musketeer power
I think after
rangers of
Barbie
sorts,
video you
and
could
they
play
all
some
beat the bad
Subway
guys.
Surfers
Also, they say
gameplay
don't
or
mess with the
possibly
dress, like,
jingling
more than once in this movie. Personally, I thought it was cool to see Barbie fighting with a sword.
Yeah,
in
I'll
this,
put
so
some-
I'd give it,
I'll
like,
put
a
some
4 out of 5.
Family Guy
Barbie does
compilation.
Sort of show up to the palace though at the beginning, just expecting that she'd immediately be made a musketeer, so I'm gonna give her a 3 out of 5. Barbie's sidekick is her kitten Miette, who also has aspirations of becoming a musketeer. I thought they were a good sidekick, but they got into some trouble.
Oh
at
my
times,
god,
so
Orb
4
is
out of 5. The moral
alive!
is true courage is
Hi
pursuing
Orb, no
your dream even when
worries.
everyone else says it's impossible. And honestly, I think that's
Dirk,
a
I
5
want
out
to
of 5
watch
moral.
Barbie.
So overall, Barbie and the Three Musketeers gets a 16
Thanks
out
for
of 20.
And just like that,
lurking.
ladies and gentlemen, the first era of Barbie movies I have finished watching. I think it was like 13 movies or something like that. I just watched Barbie and the Three Musketeers, and Barbie and her friends kicked ass. Tomorrow is a new day, and you know, I'm feeling great. I feel like I'm really starting to understand some various pieces of lore. There's some serious strings that's pulling this whole thing together.
So what have we learned? Barbie is an
Did you not
actress
see
in
the
all of
message?
these films, with the
Oh, no,
exception
my
of small
chat was
portions that
broken.
she shows up in Christmas Carol, Thumbelina, and Diamond Castle. In Barbie Diaries, Waffle House is lore. I don't know what this will mean for us, but it's
I did
lore.
not
We also learned
see.
that Barbie lives in Malibu, California. Barbie's got some friends, Tia, Courtney, and Kevin, and also an enemy, Raquel. Beyond that, in this movie, Barbie is starting her sophomore year in high school. This could possibly be before Barbie started her time working as an actress, but I'm still figuring out the
Barbie
timelines
is
here, okay? You
really
guys gotta give me a
killing it
chance.
out
In Barbie
here.
and the Diamond Castle, we get another glimpse of a sister of Barbie, Stacy. So we're kind of building out the family
who the
tree in
fuck is
Barbie's canon lore.
Stacy?
In Barbie and A Christmas Carol, we get some serious lore drops as well. First of all, Barbie identifies with some denomination of Christianity as they celebrate
Barbie's like
Christmas.
Mario.
Not only that, but there's a huge implication at the end of the
Dude,
film
that's
that the character that
true.
Barbie plays, Eden Starling, is actually one of Barbie's ancestors. This is because of the snow globe that she gives to Kelly at the end of the film. As that that's the same snow globe that Eden Starling passed down to her children. That shit's fucking lore. Also, Barbie has a friend named Nick. And finally, as I mentioned, in Barbie Thumbelina, Twillerbees, little fairies that can do plant magic, yeah, they're canon. Because at the end of the film, Barbie literally waves to them as she walks away. And they do some like plant magic and make a tree grow in the canon.
They were like kind of charred at the
plant
tip.
magic, both canon, both real. That's all the canon information that we've learned for today.
Kind of charred and
Bring in the
gross.
savings with Hot Buys starting at just $2.99 during Ashley's New Year's sale. New styles for every room in your home.
You're
Just
all
in
gonna
time for
die of black
2026.
mold poisoning.
Shop Ashley today.
Bye, Orb. Thanks for stopping by.
So let's keep going.
Today is day 3 of watching every Barbie movie ever made. Over the last 2 days, I've watched
Making
16
curse
Barbie
nuggets.
movies, only stopping
Yeah.
to sleep, and I'm feeling right as rain. We're now officially moving from the
dipping
classic era of
sauce.
Barbie movies
Hey,
into the
I'm
fashion
starting to
era. I'm
like-
not totally sure what this means because I'm seeing a
Starting
lot
to
of
like what's
mermaid
going
and
on.
princess
Starting to
and
like what's
fairy
going
tale
on.
and
Some
fairy
sauce.
as words being used in the titles
Guys,
of
minute
these
so I can
upcoming
chew
movies.
food,
So I
but I
think what we're
refuse
gonna
to
see is a
swallow.
movement from Barbie as a princess and a fairy and whatever, moving
That's like
over to
edging.
focus more on Barbie and her friends, like in the illustrious
That's like
Barbie
edging.
Diaries. This whole era of Barbie movies includes
sauce.
this many movies, 13 movies in total. So I'm thinking that maybe who put this shirt on me?
Yes, I will
Hello?
edge the veal.
I have no idea how this shirt got on my chest. American. Well, that seems a little on the nose. Okay, I'm watching a lot of Barbie movies, but I'm not gonna wear Barbie paraphernalia. That's not something that I'm gonna do. What the fuck?
Okay, so let's start with the 17th Barbie. What the? Keep calm and be
What
a
the
Barbie.
yuck?
We're just gonna continue with the 17th Barbie movie, Barbie and a Mermaid Tale. In this one, we've got Barbie's character Malia.
This sauce,
She's a
pink
surfer
sauce. You
girl,
guys remember
and
the
she's
pink
cool as
sauce
shit, and
that
she finds
the
out she's half mermaid and heir to the throne of a mermaid kingdom.
that
but
lady
also,
tried to
she's got
sell
an evil
on
heart.
in the
So she sets out on a
supermarkets,
journey
and
with
then
pink
it had a
dolphin
whole
to collect 3
scandal,
things to defeat her.
and
What
then
she
she
does
had
at
to
the
sell
end,
it to
Ron, is
someone
vanishes
else,
the
and then it
Mariana
ultimately
Trench. I'd say there
failed.
was
You
far
guys
less
remember
ridiculous
that?
moments
Well,
in
we're
this plot, and
stealing
it
that.
felt a lot cleaner than some previous Barbie movies, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
We're
I'd probably
stealing
give this
that.
Barbie's character a 3 out of 5. And for sidekicks, the pink dolphin was okay. I honestly can't really tell you anything of note that pulls me in either direction about them, so 3 out of 5. And the moral at the end is what makes
Yummy.
you different just might be your
And
greatest
what's the
strength.
flavor?
And I agree,
Let's
the ability
see.
to breathe underwater
Bubble
and be a mermaid
gum.
is OP as fuck, 5 out of 5. So overall,
Let's
Barbie
see.
the
Let's
Mermaid
see.
Tale
Let's
gets a
see.
15 out of 20.
Bubble gum.
Barbie's gonna teach me a little
Oh, Pepto.
This
Pepto.
movie is the first time since Barbie Diaries that we get a story that entirely
Bubble
exists within
gum.
Barbie's canon universe, which is big.
It could
for
be
lore,
dragon
let me
fruit,
tell
but I
you.
feel like
Basically,
that's
Barbie's working as an
pretty
actress,
good.
and she gets fucking fired, and then Ken breaks up with her.
Bubble
so she's
gum
like, "Screw
burger.
this. I'm going to France to start helping my
Tangy
Aunt Millicent
dragon
run her failing
fruit.
fashion design
Ooh, that
studio,
sounds
so she
good.
does. They end up trying to do a fashion
Tangy
show to buy her aunt's building back from a hot dog
dragon
company. Also, there's fairies, but they're fashion
fruit.
fairies, so they're called flairies.
Pink
Also,
meat
Ken actually
sponge.
didn't break up with her because that was our old pal Raquel being a devious swindler.
Meat
So there's a
sponge.
B plot where he's trying to get to France the whole time to make
Oh my
amends
god,
with
that could be
Barbie, and
another.
finally, the
Oh,
evil
that's
fashion
true.
designer across the
That could
street
be a menu
actually
item.
apologizes
Meat
in the end
sponge.
and doesn't end up dead or arrested, which was
Meat
honestly a first. I thought it was pretty
sponge.
good, so for the story, 5 out of 5. Barbie is pretty good in this. And instead of being the main talent in
Boysenberry?
the story, she
What is
actually supports the
eraser
skills of her aunt's
sauce?
assistant rather than being the gifted one herself, and I thought that was a pretty cool choice. So 5 out of 5. For
I think
sidekicks, Barbie's got a
Pepto.
pool
Yeah,
named Sequin,
Pepto's.
and there's like a
I like
whole
that.
pet
That
romance side story
Tangy
thing where this
dragon
French
fruit is
dog
good
Jacques
too.
wants to make Sequin his muse. They also do more
Dragon
dancing at the
fruit
end
is
on their
good.
hind legs and
Okay,
stuff. We already know I hate that. I think for the sidekicks, a
3
3 out of
special
5. The moral
sauces.
is
3
magic
special
happens when you
sauces.
believe in yourself. And to be honest,
One
I
of
think they
them
could have done
is
better, so 3 out of 5.
green.
Overall,
No,
Barbie and a
I
Fashion
don't want
Fairy
that.
Tale gets a 16 out of 20. I'm getting on watching a decade worth of
One of them is ketchup. No.
to push on.
One of them is blue. Ashen. Oh, peach.
And things happening around me are normal. Barbie A Fairy Secret is weird, mostly for lore,
Peach.
because once again we're involving magic and fairies into the canon world of Barbie, which is starting to stress me out a bit.
Hydrate,
It starts off with
fine.
Barbie at a red carpet premiere and then devolves into Ken getting
Saskatoon
kidnapped by
berry?
some
What the
fairies,
hell
and
is
Barbie and
that?
Raquel team up
We
and
probably
travel to
need some
Los
Pepto.
Angeles
Well,
to
that's why
prevent
it's
Ken from
included
being
in the
married to this
sauce.
fairy girl. There's a lot of fashion themes. There's Pegaponies, which are apparently distinct from Pegasus. Ken has to fight a duel. I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. Barbie in this has some good moments, especially when she and Raquel sit down and actually talk out their rivalry with each other. So there's some real growth there. I give her a 4 out of 5. For sidekicks, there isn't any. And that actually
You
kinda
making
pisses me
fun
off,
of my
so 0 out of
autism?
5.
I
And the
am
moral is
special.
Forgiveness lets you fly, and this connects well to her making amends with Raquel, so 4 out of 5.
This
Overall,
mustard-
Barbie: A Fairy Secret gets 11 out of 20. Next up
It has to be like disorienting. I guess that is pretty disorienting,
Come out
but
and say this. This Barbie movie is kind of a banger. Barbie stars as this character Blair Willows, who
muscadine
wins a
ketchup?
lottery
What
and
is
gets a scholarship to
muscadine?
Princess Charm School, which is where you can
it
train
has to
a
be
princess
really
or a lady
off-putting.
royal
So
if
when
you're
you
not
look
royal
at this,
blood.
you
She
think of
chooses
what?
to go because her
Cheese,
family isn't super
mustard.
rich and her mom is sick, and it leads into this whole story of her
It
training
needs to
be a
be the
princess. It's
opposite
got
of
high
that.
school drama vibes. There's also a hint of Sky High in this because it's like a special high school.
It
And in
needs to be
general,
the
I'd say this is
opposite
one
of
of the most
cheese. What's the
interesting Barbie
opposite
movies
of
I've seen that
cheese,
took a really creative
dude?
take on the princess theming, and despite the potentially dystopian environment of a world
Mustard!
where there's a lottery to become a princess and that's someone's only option to pull their family out of like
Hobo
poverty,
toe
I'd give it a 5
cheese
out of 5.
sauce.
I'd also probably give Barbie's character
No,
in this
no,
a
we
4
need
out
the
of 5. For
opposite
sidekicks,
of
Blair has a
cheese,
dog
because
named
it looks
Prince
like
who's just a
cheese,
cool
right?
dog.
And
They've
everything
also
is a
got these fairy
deception.
assistants that are assigned to each student. I'm unsure if they're getting paid
What is
to
the
do this or
opposite
this
of
is something more
cheese?
nefarious.
Opposite
So
of
for the
cheese is
vagueness
cottage
of that,
cheese. That's still
I'll give it 3 out of 5. The
cheese.
moral is there's a
Opposite
princess
of
in
cheese is
every girl.
probably
Kinda weak
vinegar.
moral,
Oh, but
3
vinegar
out of
sauce is
5. So Barbie
good.
Princess Charm School gets a 15 out of 20.
Wine?
We got another Christmas movie, Barbie: A Perfect
What
Christmas.
is yellow? What
Barbie:
is
A Perfect
yellow?
Christmas is when I start to
Yellow.
lose faith in the future of Barbie movies because this is just a whole lot of
Mac?
The story is Barbie and her sisters,
Oh,
Skipper,
jam.
Stacy, and Chelsea going on a trip to New York. Wait, hold on, back up a
Has to
second.
be something
Chelsea?
you
Who the hell is
can
this? It's
taste.
Kelly,
You
isn't
have
it? Barbie's
tasted
youngest sister's
before.
name is Kelly. Who the
Mac
hell is
and
Chelsea?
cheese.
What the fuck happened?
Banana.
In New York City to meet their aunt, but inclement weather forces their
Banana.
flight to land in bumfuck Minnesota. So they end up
Oh
in like a weird hotel
shit.
where there's heavy
That's
implications that it's like the
good.
North Pole and the people working there are
Banana.
elves
Okay, so
in Minnesota.
wait.
Essentially, the only conflict is inclement weather, and they have to make the best of it. So like 2 out of 5.
Banana.
Barbie is basically just the big sister character
Mac
in this that has to deal with all her
and
sisters all having
cheese.
problems. So like 3 out of 5. The sidekick is a husky puppy
Damn
named Rudy.
shit.
He's kind of just like a dog that shows up and also is kind of supposed to be Rudolph in some
Beer.
capacity. 2 out of 5. The moral is being together is what makes a perfect
Beer
Christmas.
is
Fine, I'll
good.
take it 4 out of 5.
Durian.
Overall, Barbie: A Perfect Christmas gets an 11 out of
Her
20.
durian is tasty, but it smells bad.
21 Barbie films that I have seen thus far, which means I am now halfway
What
through
was this again?
every
Banana.
Barbie movie in existence. So let's keep going and watch Mermaid Tale 2. Here we go.
I feel like mac and cheese is too on the nose. Grape? Grape is funny. Grape is funny. I like that. Go to the hospital. Okay. Okay, I'm liking what we're having here. I'm liking this.
Can you believe it? And guess what? Evil Aunt's back. And
Okay,
she's fucking stuff up. I don't even know what to tell you.
one
I've
more
seen so many
sauce.
of these royalty usurping stories where the main villain
More
returns
sauce,
up
one more
losing their
sauce.
mind. There's magic, there's evil creepy fish, there's even an evil henchman fish with a mustache. And honestly, he looked pretty good.
Deku.
Okay, I'll admit it. I fucked
Ginger
the
is
fish. Who
also
said that? Not me. She
yellow.
gets
That's
everything she wants in the
true.
end. She gets to be mermaid and human whenever she wants. I don't know. 4 out of 5. Barbie gets a 3 out of
Yaoi?
5.
That's
I don't
not a
know why.
flavor.
Sidekick,
So
fuck, 1 out of
close.
5. The moral? It feels so good to be
So
something
close.
bigger than yourself. In my opinion, this
Ginger
is potentially promoting
ale.
pulse. Don't like this language. 1 out of 5.
Ginger ale
Overall, Mermaid Tale 2
flavor?
gets a 9 out of 20. I couldn't even tell you why.
Oh.
Now, as we know, in this second era of Barbie movies, Barbie's going through kind of like a transitional phase.
Okay.
She's going through puberty. We're moving away from
Do we-
rehashes of traditional folklore tales.
It's gonna
with
look
just
a little
Barbie
bit like
inserted into them,
chimichurri.
beginning to make up new stories for Barbie and putting more
Wait,
of an
whoops.
emphasis on what Mattel thinks that young girls are into in
We're
the
doing
2010s,
Scribblo.
which
We're
is
doing
fashion and music.
Scribblo.
Classic ballet, fuck off. It's time for Uncle Sam to show you a little thing we like to call capitalism. That's why we're the best country in the world. This confliction of concepts, princesses and fairy tales, and fashionistas and music quite literally combines in the movie that we're going to be talking about from this era, Barbie, the Princess and the Pop Star. They're doing a rehash of
Can we have a milk flavor? That's good.
Before even watching this movie, I thought to myself, well, this is going to be interesting.
People
because
will
the whole
think that
premise
this one
of
is
The
like
Princess and the
pickles,
Pauper
but this
story
one is
a
actually
princess
ginger ale.
and a woman living in pretty much abject poverty switch places, and they learn something valuable about each other's place in the world.
This
What exactly does a
avocado, this
princess
is ginger
or a pop star
ale.
have to learn about each other's lifestyles that's like ultimately valuable in the end.
Make
They're
it,
both rich. That's like a banker switching lives with a Wall Street
look
investor.
like
There's
money
money on both sides.
look
I says
like
to myself, whatever. Surely they'll have something valuable
what's that
to offer
ginger
each
ale
other in
brand?
life lessons. So
Ginger ale is
let's get into it. The movie
green.
opens up immediately
Yeah, the
with a massive
bottle.
concert that's being held in the
The
stadium.
bottle of
People are freaking out, everyone's
Schweppies.
excited, they're shitting
Is
their
that what
pants.
it's
Ew, don't do that.
Schweppes.
Gross, stop shitting in
Canada Dry. You know what I mean? It looks like Canada Dry.
Star, and she's doing a big old musical number.
Wasabi? Ooh, but that it has to be the okay, so this one I like.
She wants to go down and see the concert, but she gets
This one I like
because she's supposed to be
ginger
doing her
ale.
princess duties, and this leads into
Seagrams, yeah.
sort of just not doing that and knocking people over and running around the
Ginger
castle
ale
while
sauce.
a version of girls just want to have fun plays, but instead it's
Milk.
princesses just
Milk
want
is
to have
good.
fun. Yeah,
Milk
sure.
is good.
Princesses want to have it.
Winter
so does everyone
green
else.
mint.
They're probably the
Oh,
most disposed to
mint.
be able to have fun. They're rich. They live in a castle made of marble. You'd be lucky to see that on a normal person's kitchen island. And their house is made of it. Kira finishes her song while this is happening, and she gives a little speech to the audience. Damn, dude. 500 years? That is a really long time for a kingdom to exist. That is very impressive. Although, there is something
Bread
incredibly strange
sauce?
about a pop
What kind of
star
sauce
performing
is
at the
that?
500th year anniversary of a monarchy.
Describe to me
What's that
what
about? These
bread
people
sauce
watching in the
tastes
audience probably
like.
have iPhones and the internet, but they're living
Yeast?
in a monarch. Does feudalism
This
still
would
exist
be
in this
beer,
world
though.
too? Like, are these people watching serfs? Yeah, so the scroll's saying that we gotta give 80% of our food to the kingdom in the form of tax, but it's
British.
actually okay
Watered bread.
because Kira's
Tastes like bread. That tastes like beer.
So I'm immediately trying to figure out, is this an absolute monarchy, like a governmental monarchy? Because there's a very small amount of those left in the world today. And one of the few
Isn't it
that
like
comes
a
to mind
beer grade?
is Saudi Arabia. But let's not dwell on it. So after Kira finishes her show, she's approached by her manager, Kreider, who kind of dresses like he was pulled out of a dusty suburban kids dress-up bin. And Kira does not speak to Kreider very
Lettuce
respectfully.
flavored sauce. That's funny.
Whoa,
That's funny.
dude,
Lettuce.
Chill out. Either way, Kira's situation is that she hasn't written any new songs for her label. Her reason
sauce.
being that she's feeling uninspired and she's too
Lettuce.
stressed
Very
out by all the
specific,
things
very
involved with her
specific.
stardom. Like the concerts and the lights and the deals and everything that comes with fame. She just wants to be able to chill sometimes. She wants to be able to
I
light
get
up this
one more
tequila, maybe do
sauce.
cocaine. That wouldn't be chill.
You get one more
Maybe do
sauce
that.
at Ye Old
No.
Honkings.
Princess Victoria. Now there's a sweet cake.
Oh, what
Probably
the
never
fuck
walked a day in her life.
happened?
Also, why is there a photo of the royal family in the dressing room? That's a
Isn't that
mobile
just
dressing
water?
room. They
Yes.
specifically put it in there. Or Kira
That's
just
why
takes
it's
it with her
gross.
wherever she goes. Is she a royalist? At the same time this is happening, Tori's getting chewed out
Hello?
by her freaking aunt because she needs to prepare a commemoration speech for the 500th year anniversary of the kingdom, and she basically just doesn't want to do it. She's procrastinating super fucking hard. I can relate to that. This
Can the
video
burger
took
be
me
filled
so long
with
to
only
make.
sauce?
Tori's, like,
We'll
known
get
for
there.
doing
We'll get
pranks
there.
on people, and her aunt is
Come on
Okay,
over and
I'm
ingest our
liking-
new combo platter. Tasty honker nugs slathered in our patented mostly legal assorted crime flavor sauces and lightly dusted with black mold crumble. Your colon is begging to be accosted by our meals. Don't delay, by today.
But Kira and Tori begin to sing
By
a song
today.
about how they
You
wish
heard
that
her.
They had the other person's life.
You heard her. Okay. Zaza. No. The pink one. Okay. Let's have a special one. Let's have a special one. The most special one of them all.
I wish I had her line. I would be so free.
This song is a ridiculous perspective for both of the characters to have of each other. I'm Tori. I'm not a nice princess. My aunt fucking hates me. I make cupcakes explode at social events. But really?
One of them tasting like tobacco is really
The song
funny.
is that most of the audience that'd be watching this movie could not relate to either of their perspective. This song is like
No,
the
you think I'm gonna
baby
give you
anthem. This is
guys
so much
weed?
worse than the original things that the characters from
weed's
the
for
Princess
me.
and Opera wanted. That was just a princess wanting a more normal life, and a woman that didn't
Can it be
want to
penny
like,
flavored?
abused
Oh, like a
and live in
copper
abject
flavor?
poverty. In this movie, these are two girls wanting a different
Deluxe.
type of affluence
Flavored
than
by
they already
hash
have.
brown
They're like,
sauce?
I
I
wanna
don't
be a
like
different
what
type
that.
of rich.
I don't like
Kira's
that.
manager is then seen speaking to her record label, where they're saying that she needs to have a new song by
Let's
next
see.
Saturday, or they're going to completely drop her from the label.
We need to
It
have
feels
ones
like a
that
bit
look
of an
normal but
overreaction,
aren't,
but clearly
right?
that
So
must mean things
ketchup,
are pretty bad
ketchup.
for Kira? Has she been doing the same songs for like 10 years? Now, at this point, it becomes pretty clear that Kreider is the antagonist of this movie. His whole thesis is that he doesn't like working as a manager for Kira and instead wants to become a star because he feels like he missed out on that in his youth and that he needs a lot of money to fund his restart of a career as a performer. This is also kind of a ridiculous position to have. Kira is clearly a really successful pop star.
Root beer can be the barbecue sauce.
20% of their clients' gross income as a fee. So Kreider could potentially be making
Says ketchup, but it's salsa. Well, no, because that's still good. It can't be good. It has to be off-putting.
Or a rich widow.
What about...
You do not need a rich widow. You're already
Shit, I just had one in my brain and I completely forgot what it was.
Raking in bills, son. That's a sold-out 20,000-seat stadium right there. They're all watching her. Not to mention Tori.
Scab, ew.
You don't need to manipulate a rich widow, Kreider. So Kreider begins to manipulate Tori's widowed aunt at a party. While this is happening, we hear this conversation going on.
And this drought has been hard on the entire.
I've never had that. I've always wanted to.
30% of normal.
People would think this is ketchup, and then this is actually not ketchup. It's
so a couple of royally dressed heads of state are talking about how there's a drought going on in the
That sounds kind of good, though.
And they're talking like this drought has a direct impact on their job. Possible absolute monarchy going on here
it's actually hot sauce. No, because it looks like hot sauce.
Kira and Tori meet at this ball as well, and Tori decides to
Radish,
show Kira her room.
mustard. The red sauce is mustard.
Your
That's
guitar,
funny.
Your albums, most of your fashion
I like
line.
that.
I wore this in my first music video. It's still my very favorite.
Mustard.
A little creepy, but that's okay. This is where we find out Kira and Tori both have a magical item. For seemingly no reason other than
radish,
Kira has a magical microphone that allows her to change outfits, and Tori has a magical hairbrush that allows her to change hair. And showing off their magical items to each other, they realize that they look pretty similar to each other. Just like in the earlier story, Tori gets the idea to pretend to be each other for a little bit to experience what it's like. Princess that's being shut away from the real world brings you to a room covered in posters of you and then turns to you and goes, I'm your biggest fan of all time, Kira. Let's switch lives. I'd be thinking to myself, this is where I will die and no one will know. Tori shows Kira around the castle and decides to show Kira her kingdom's biggest secret of all time, which is a secret room that contains a garden with a diamond bush in it that's taken care of by fairies. Apparently this diamond plant's been growing for like 500 years and the general population
Oh, it would be so funny if this was mustard or mayo. That would be so funny. That's funny. I'm keeping that.
That feels like she mentioned
Orphan blood.
So the aunt catches Tori while she's perusing the castle at the same time with Kreider, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Showing our family secrets to someone you just met? This is when Kreider catches a look at the diamond plant and he's like,
Ranch is good.
Tori decide to enact their plan of switching lives and spending the whole day as each other. Of course, this requires
watermelon, red wine, kidney
Tori is teaching
beans.
Kira how to be a princess. So there's a whole montage with each of the girls operating in each other's places. Tori's learning choreography for Kira's concert. I'm not sure what Kira is going to do when she comes back from pretending to be Tori, and she just doesn't know the choreography she learned that same day. Like, what is she gonna say?
Coffee.
What do you mean? You learned it today. And Kira's off.
What are we looking for? I'm making sauces that you don't. Sauces that lie to you.
Tori decides to go on a walk dressed as
So this red sauce that resembles ketchup, I want it to either be mustard, mayo, ranch, or cheese.
But they can't afford to because of
Onion.
in the kingdom and their parents not being able to
Technically,
afford
red velvet is chocolate. That's true.
The drought is even still going on.
Drought?
Cocktail sauce. It has to be kind of like the opposite of what it looks like.
That's still happening.
Well, at least, okay, I think I'm gonna have like normal looking sauces and then weird looking sauces, and then the normal looking ones are gonna taste weird.
I can feel myself getting
Carrot cake, meat juice. Opposite of tomato.
The French had the right idea. Maybe these royal necks are getting a little bit too thick. Maybe we should shave some of that off, Tori. However, after Kira and Tori FaceTime, Kira decides to just make the concert free that night, so everything's okay. At this point, Kreider's going completely rogue because of this diamond plan. He's ditched the widowed aunt idea, and he's totally blown up his relationship with Kira's label before he's actually even acquired the diamond plant. And his idea is that he's gonna go steal it from the castle while Kira's concert's happening that night, because I guess a lot of the royal family and I guess the guards are gonna be there. While hanging out with Tori's sisters, Kira gets a random boost of inspiration, seemingly from her
dark
experience just hanging out as a
sauce.
princess. I guess she realizes she doesn't need to live in a fancy
Olive
castle to be happy, and
juice.
they're riding beds through the sky and stuff. But Tori did not write her commencement
Ooh,
speech.
raspberry.
Before
That's
she met
funny.
Kira, her aunt shows up and she's fucking pissed and locks Kira in a room. So Kira can't get to the concert and switch back with Tori and cannot get a hold of Tori because she kind of just left her phone somewhere. They don't even
Blue
really
raspberry
explain
is
the
really
reasons why she
funny.
left her phone somewhere. She's just like, I lost it.
Where is she, Riff? Something's wrong.
Fries are tomato and the ketchup is potato.
So basically, Tori's screwed because
Whoa,
the
whoa,
concert's
whoa,
starting
whoa,
and
whoa,
Kira
we're
is
getting ahead of
expecting
ourselves
it. And it gets to the
here.
point where she just straight up has
Maybe
to
we should
perform.
move on. Yeah, you know what? You know what?
But
You know
then she
what?
gains some
Yeah, let's go on to
confidence through the
fries.
power
Let's
of
go on
playing
to
on an
fries. I
acoustic
feel like we've
guitar,
got a
and
good
all of
amount of
sudden she's off
information
to the
here.
races, and she's doing pretty good. Same time this
We
is
can come
happening,
back to
Kreider and his
it.
henchmen managed to get into the secret room. They gassed
Deep
the shit
fried
out of the Ferris
tomatoes.
with hairspray. It's actually
Pop
kinda
rocks
fucked up.
for-
Cut the diamond plant off its roots, and immediately all of the plant life in Mirabella starts to die. Tori realizes
That's
what's going on, and she
genius.
has to ditch the concert to run to
You're
the castle.
genius.
A brief intermission. Sing
Pop
amongst yourselves.
rocks. Oh yeah, seasoning. Pop rock seasoning. Oh my god. We're making magic here. We're making magic here. You want your sauce poppy or not? We're making magic.
What the fuck? Don't throw a metal microphone into the audience, Tori. Yeah.
Chili pepper
Holy shit,
fries.
he's dead. So Tori rushes to the castle. Kira finds a secret passageway out of Tori's room, and they both confront Kreider as he's trying to escape the castle. They begin to fight it out, and when Kreider realizes he's not going to get away easily, he jumps off a cliff and has a wingsuit out of nowhere. Then Kira changes his outfit, and he basically gets defeated because now he's floating like Princess Peach in Smash Bros. And the diamond plane falls off the cliff, and they're like, no, he's dead. Kingdom's doomed. No.
Compressed boiled eggs in the shape
and the plant grows back to full
of fries.
Wasn't that thing growing
They
for
wouldn't
500
hold.
years? Why did it grow back in like
They would
5
need to.
seconds?
Okay,
Now
so
the evil is defeated and the girls rush
yeah,
back
they
to
would
the
need to
concert, and they both
hold
get up
their
on stage
shape.
and they're singing together, and it's a happy ending on the concert side of things. On the societal side of
And
things,
they would
because
need
of
to-
Tori's experience and like the slums
They would
of
need to
Mirabella,
resemble
I decided to make
fries.
some changes.
And besides updating Mirabella's irrigation systems against future droughts, we are also establishing a social
freeze
services program
them?
for our kingdom's needy.
So you
What
didn't
is
have that
starchy?
before. You didn't have any of that? No social services? I guess I'm not that
We
surprised.
have a
I mean,
hard
the
time
roads in
shaping
practically
them.
Downtown Mirabella are not paved. Children are living in poverty while they have a diamond plant.
Hello,
And what's great about this moment is it actually confirms that Mirabella
Pepto
is an
sauce.
absolute government monarchy.
Bananas,
The princess is announcing these changes, which means
potatoes,
it's coming
rice,
from the royal family.
wheat.
Overall, this movie is like Taylor
What
Swift
is
doing the Eras
something-
tour in Saudi Arabia.
what
But
is
here are my
something-
rating. I would say Barbie and her counterpart are pretty hard to relate to in this movie. They're basically just privileged people who
Something
want to be
that
a
can
different kind of
resemble
rich, and they make really weird choices
long
like forgetting
stick.
her phone when she's disguised as another person. Other than
Something
that,
that
they're
can
not
resemble
too bad.
long
So 3
stick.
out of 5. The story was weird because it almost followed the original Princess and the Pauper storyline with the rich widow angle
Masa?
similar to Preminger.
Ooh, that
It goes
sounds
off the
good,
rails,
though.
And he starts trying to steal a diamond plant. It's pretty middle of the road, especially because it's based off a previously good Barbie movie. So 2 out
Banana
of 5. I
flavored
could not
Laffy
for the life of me tell
Taffy.
you what the moral of the story of this movie is, other than just like taking on your responsibilities.
I
and
want the
not
menu
complaining
to
about wanting
piss
be a
people
different type
off.
of rich. The quote wasn't even any sort of statement.
I
from
want them
Barbie
to. I
either.
want
It's
it
just,
to
there's a
piss
star that's
people
inside
off.
you, so
Yuka,
come on
I
and let it
love
out.
Yuka
Find out what you're
though.
about
Those
and
are
just
real
shout,
fries.
"Here
We
I am,"
need
which is
something
definitely a
cursed.
song lyric, so
We need
0
something.
out of 5.
We need
Both Kira
something
and
that
Tori had
resembles
dogs. Kira had a
fries.
Mohawk
It's
bulldog, and
deceptive.
Tori had a crusty little white
It's
dog. They didn't
deceptive.
really offer
It's
much to the
absurd.
story other than just
Carrot
kind of
slices.
being there, so
People
3
like
out of 5.
carrots
So
though.
overall, this movie gets an 8 out of 20 little
Pencils.
Barbie points. Now let's keep going. All right,
Oh.
next up is
Oh, pencils.
This Barbie movie is sort of a send-off of sorts to the era of
Pencils,
Barbie
I
movies
like
based on fairy
that.
tales and folklore, and in doing so ends
I
up
drew
being the weirdest
9/11.
combination of all of them. We start off with a
There, I
ballerina named
fixed
Kristen.
it.
Her teacher hates her, and she gets some magical shoes that transport her to a ballerina dimension. Everybody's dancing in ballerina town, and
Pencils?
then
We
this
know
ice
what
lady
pencils
shows up, and
taste
she's really
like.
creepy and is
Veggie
forcing
burgers
people to
that
dance
suck ass
like an
cut into
asshole.
fries.
And
What
there's references to
veggie
a bunch of
burgers?
different fairy tales, some of which Barbie has already covered. It's really
Second
weird, but she
place
comes
is
back to the real world and does, like, a good dance,
crayons.
and she wins. I guess
Fried
she wins.
crayons?
Like a 3 out of 5. Barbie's kind of basic in this one too, so 3
That's
out of 5.
kind of
There's
that's
not
kind
really a
of that's
sidekick
kind
in
of
this one, so
goated.
0 out of 5.
That's
And the moral
kind
is
of
listen to the beat
goated.
of your heart and keep on dancing. I
Fried
think this works with the
crayons.
story
I
of being
like
yourself in
that.
this, so 4 out of 5. Overall, Pink Shoes gets a 10 out of 20.
Well, Mariposa and the Fairy Princess. Okay, here we go.
Fried
Okay, we're back in the Fairy
sunflower.
Tale universe for I think the 5th time. Maripoopoo is back, and this time she's employing herself in diplomacy and fixing racism because she's got to go as a diplomat.
It wouldn't
of the
keep its
butterfly
shape.
fairies to the crystal fairies' homeland
It's
because
hard
these guys have
enough.
been feuding with each other
If
for
you
like
bread
100
it, think of it like
years. Although I think
tempura
the
ice
story was
cream.
a cool expansion again
You know how
on
like
the
there's
Fairytopia
ice cream
world.
inside,
I
but
think
still
I
fried on
enjoyed
the
watching
outside?
it, so 4 out of 5.
This sounds so
I actually
true.
like Mariposa. She's just trying to get everyone to get along. I'd give her a 4 out of 5. We're running into problems here with the sidekicks again, though. Let me tell you. You know
You
why?
print the shit out of it.
LalaLulu. We're all having fun time here with you. Give us your attention. Yes. Give us some of your time. We're all having fun here on LalaLuluTime. Woo.
Woo! Hi, Tino Star. Are you being artsy fartsy? Yes, sir. Visible lock, hello. Penguin, hello. If I did what to do, what? If I did what to it, what did you do? Radish fries. Hi, Tino Star. Oh, I really like crayons. I really like fried crayons. That's a really good idea. That's like a really good idea.
Next up, Barbie and her sisters in Ponytown. Here we go.
Barbie and her sisters are back in the canon universe, and this movie's about horses and ponies.
But,
they're in the Swiss Alps for the summer because their Aunt Marlene owns a riding academy. So you got 3 sisters learning to ride horses and eventually compete in a tournament for money because another Anna Barbie has a failing business
Hi,
that she is
Bandit.
tasked with saving. This movie though
Seemed
was
like
mostly
you'd
about
like
Barbie and her
crayons.
discovery of a super rare horse that's so majestic that Barbie named it Majesty. After it saved her by being killed by vicious wolves. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. Barbie
no,
almost
I
had
don't.
canon death in this moment.
I
There's an evil
wish.
French horse rider
I wish
guy
I
who's
was a
abusive to
Play-Doh
horses.
eater.
Stacy's horse fucking hates her guts, and they even have
Play-Doh
something
isn't
worse than a
sturdy
horse girl,
enough.
Horse boys.
Look, Alpine has a new trick rider. What do you call that?
Crayons
move?
is-
The mud dive.
I'd probably give the story a 3 out of 5. Barbie in this movie was pretty solid. I think she had a good progression of her character in originally wanting
Cook
to
it
take
in
this
a kiln.
extremely rare horse from the Swiss Alps back to Malibu, but then chose to have it stay with its herd.
This has to be low effort. This is like a kind of low effort. I don't think I have a kiln.
3 out of 5. And the moral is, if you
Crayola
love
air
something
dry
set it
clay.
free, this matches the story, but it's also not super creative, so 3 out of 5. Overall, Barbie and her sisters in a ponytail gets a 13 out of 20.
Chapstick.
And I'm about to watch Barbie in the
Okay, I
Pearl
feel like
Princess. I
chapstick is
really
going in the
am.
correct
I had all the
direction.
intention in the world, and I've got the controller in my hand, and my
Put them on the
fingers hovering over
sidewalk.
the buy movie
It's just
thing,
going
and
in the
I
correct
just can't. I can't. I've watched
direction.
10 Barbie movies today. I've got neighbors. They're probably looking in
Chalk.
through the window saying, "This is the ideal image in a sadist mind of a broken man." I feel like I'm studying for a test. This is someone who has completely lost their way. I don't fully know what's even going on.
Gummy
Who
bear.
is this woman? Is she an
How's that
actress,
gonna be a
or is
French
she,
fry?
As I just saw in the last movie, a horse riding prodigy that can speak to fucking magical horses with sexy long flowing hair. They can jump so high they can fly. And this is canon Barb. Shit's not adding up here, Blondie. There's multiple films where they
Fried
have to assemble a
mascara?
fucking super weapon in order to
How is that?
maintain
We
Barbie
need
equivalent
something
weapon of
like
mass destruction. Oh,
Sharpies.
that guy? Well, you gotta go on this journey, and you gotta get 3 things.
No, not
1,
Sharpies.
a box of
No.
your greatest fears.
No.
2, a teardrop from a mermaid, and 3, what you've been
Some
living
twigs.
inside in order to build this scepter of truth in order to defeat Boxclaw.
Edible lube?
Boxclaw. That's a Barbie movie name right there. Oh, Boxclaw. I'm so fucking done.
Twigs.
Listen,
I like
I have
twigs.
watched 26
Rat
Barbie
bones.
movies, one after the other. Just
Is
Barbie
it
movie,
easy to
Barbie
come
movie,
by
Barbie
rat
movie, Barbie.
bones?
There's 15
Blades
more
of
Barbie movies to
grass.
go. One of them's only half
Okay,
an hour long, so
okay,
don't worry
okay.
about that one. I'm
Okay.
going to bed right now. I
Grass.
will see you guys tomorrow for the 4th day in a row of watching every Barbie movie ever made.
Twinkies? No.
These up here are the movies that Barbie acts in.
Twinkies are its own beautiful thing. Roots.
Plays herself in them, and things are getting weirder. Let me tell ya. So let's set this up. Give me a second. In Fashion Fairy Tale, we get a whole lot of information. Firstly, Barbie has an aunt that lives in Paris, France.
Has
named
makes
Aunt
this a
Millicent,
vegan
and she is proficient
restaurant?
in fashion design. On top of that, we get a
Worms.
direct verbal reference from Barbie to one of her earlier films where she
Worms?
talks about working on the
Ooh.
Three Musketeers. And we know this. Barbie is an actress. actress. That's well established. But
Depends
this is
on the
even more significant
establishment.
because we've got Barbie making reference across
I join
eras
into
to another
Rat
Barbie
Bones.
film. Also, we
Yeah,
get more confirmation
we're
that
trying
magic is real
to
because
come up
fairies
with
are canon in the
with
Barbie
a
universe.
substitute for
Guys,
French
we need low effort
fries.
cylinders stat.
Very secret, there's a whole lot of bullshit.
We need low effort cylinder. Yeah, low effort.
Los Angeles. Huh? Fairies.
Cheese
The size
sticks,
of human
but that's
megaponies.
good.
They're Pegasus,
That's a
but we need to
pleasant.
clarify
That's
that it is
a
pony
pleasant
version of
thing.
Pegasus, apparently. In Barbie: A Perfect Christmas, we are
Straws.
introduced to Skipper, who is the third oldest sister
Straws.
in Barbie's family, putting Barbie's immediate family unit now to a total of 4.
Paper straw. Paper straws.
As if she's always
That's
been
good, that's
this
good.
girl is supposed to be Kelly, but everyone's calling her Chelsea as if that's always been who she is.
He's finally asleep. Don't move.
I was just going into zero gravity.
You woke him up.
Worth it.
Okay.
Right to sleep.
At the Living Spaces Sleep Center, shop our collection of adjustable
Wood
bases.
chips.
For a limited time, save up to $400
Wood
on the
chips
Diamond
is
Generations
good. I
adjustable
like
base set.
that.
At least this base makes night feeding so much easier.
Wood
more adjustable?
chips. I like that. Imperative that the cylinder remains unharmed. Yes.
Am I smoking weed? What's going on there, Barbie, huh? What's going on there, Barbie? And I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of Kelly, don't get me wrong. I'm not like a Kelly super fan, but I'd at least like some transparency from Barbie if she killed her sister and replaced her with another girl called Chelsea. That seems like something that the people should know about. Of course, this wouldn't be a problem at all if Skipper didn't directly reference the fashion show.
Dude, if my crayons weren't Crayola,
One man's
like,
trash is another cat's treasure. Give it your best shot. We need your finest, cheapest, tubular, mildly digestible entrees. Give it your best shot.
give it your best shot.
Kelly exists
Crayons.
in the same continuity as Chelsea.
And then it's deep fried and breaded.
Finally, in Barbie and Her Sisters in a Ponytail, we get another canon relative, Aunt Marlene, and she owns a horseback riding academy in the Swiss Alps. And it's mentioned in this movie that Barbie is one of the most accomplished horseback riders on the West Coast, so she's got that going for her too. And finally, it is the first movie to actually mention Barbie and her sister's last name, Roberts. And let me just say, I'm on to you, Barbie Roberts. Until tomorrow.
Welcome to day 4. Last night when I was sleeping, I had a dream. The full details of the dream, obviously I can't remember, but one thing I do know is that I had 3 animal friends and they could speak English. Today we are starting with the 27th Barbie movie. There's 4 more in the modern plot era. And then we'll be entering the era where Mattel ended the home video releases. And then eventually just started releasing the Barbie movies on Netflix. I can't take this off. I've tried. I went to bed without a shirt on and I woke up with this on. So let's just jump right into day 4. Here we go. Next up is Barbie the Pearl Princess. Let's do it. Okay, there's more mermaids this time, but it's a whole different set of mermaids. It's a different mermaid. Barbie's character is a mermaid named Lumina who can do pearl magic, which is like using pearls, and it's just magic. There's not too much to say about this movie. It's another scenario where she's actually a princess that was stolen at birth, and the villain wants his son to be on the throne, usurping the throne. We know how this works. Her adoptive mother is this old lady mermaid who's actually like a really accomplished assassin. She's the villain's go-to person for poison, so I think she's killed a lot.
I think they gotta stay around. Yeah, they gotta stay golden.
Story felt a little rushed.
Kind of.
I'd give it a 3 out of 5. I think I enjoyed Barbie's character in this movie, so I'll give her a 4 out of 5. The sidekicks were pretty strong in this
Or
one.
these,
Barbie's
it could be
sidekick is a
like you guys know that like when you go on a plane and they offer you those blue chips.
It kind of looks like a troll face, so 5 out of 5 for that.
Dude, I kind of like that.
Eel, dude. What is up with that guy? The moral is always leave things better than you found them. I don't totally know what this is referencing in the story, so 2 out of 5. Overall, this movie gets a 14
Crayon
out of 20.
is good.
Some secret entrances this time, because it's Barbie and the secret
Peanut
door.
fries.
Barbie's
That
character
sounds
is a princess
good.
Again, named Alexa. She doesn't like being a princess. She sings a whole song about how she wishes that she also had magic, which is like, come on, dude. Do you want guns for eyes too? You're a princess. Just buy what you want. Also, they live in this castle, but there's also like Manhattan behind it. So I think this is another world where monarchy rules modern societies. Anyway, she finds a secret door, goes to like Dr. Seuss's dimension, where there's this evil little girl who's trying to take everyone's magic, so she's hunting down fairies
Is
and
that
mermaids.
easy to
And she's got these
come
guys that like
by?
to sniff. Yes, they are called sniffers. She finds her courage, she wins, something about the power of friendship, I guess. But the world and universe was slightly unique and there was good character design, so 4 out of 5. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of Barbie's character in this because of the fact that she's a princess singing a whole song bummed about the fact that she doesn't have magic. So 2 out of 5. Not too much of a clear sidekick
Travel
in this
size
one either. Maybe those
toothpaste.
sniffer guys, I'd maybe give them
Depends
a 2
on
out
your
of 5.
tampons. That's too expensive.
Do unless you try. I personally actually
Am I
like this
gonna
moral,
be
and I
able to
believe in the
buy
sentiment behind it,
tampons
so
in
4 out of
bulk?
5. Overall, Secret Door gets a 12 out of 20.
I don't think so. Hot glue sticks.
This movie is where the writers for Barbie just started going off the rails a little bit. I did not think this would be a movie I would see from
I can
Barbie,
get my
but here
hands
we
on
are.
a lot
Barbie
of
stars as
stuff.
a princess that dresses like she was plucked out of iCarly, and she's got these 2 little nerd friends that make gadgets for her. There's an
I
evil
feel
advisor.
like
He's trying to make a super
tampons.
serum. It goes down the drain. Like literally.
We
it
need
goes
to be
down
a
the
little
drain.
more
Ends up on a
realistic
butterfly.
here.
Butterfly gives her a kiss. She goes into an ego death level K-hole and wakes up.
We stick
and
the
now she's got
potatoes and
superpowers.
make the
Now she's going around
flavoring
doing crime
nasty.
fighting,
Well,
throwing
we do
police
have
cars
the
at people doing petty
we
theft,
have
which is a bit
the
extreme. There's also a strange amount of chain reactions that happen in this movie that is not really explained. And then her jealous friend also gets superpowers, so now they're like at odds. But then the
They
advisor
sell
guy makes
crates
himself
of
some more serum, and
tampons?
he's trying
No.
to just straight up kill everyone. He tries to kill a whole
May
city.
I
with a
don't know.
volcano,
Maybe if
but
you
then
go to
he gets butt
Costco.
kicked, and then Barbie's character makes a community garden. This story was
Pop
kind of
Rocks?
painful, 2
Yes,
out of 5.
Pop
I also
Rocks is
just
on
didn't
here
like
as
Barbie
a
in this, so 2 out of
seasoning.
5. In terms of sidekicks,
They may
Barbie's
just
got a
be
dog, yeah, but there's this little
crayons.
frog, the
No,
advisor.
fries.
He's
No.
kind of like a nutcase. So 4 out of 5. And the moral is
I will
the
come
power
back to
change the
fries.
world
I will
has
come
been
back to
inside
fries.
you
It's
all
pissing
along,
me
which is
off
true as long as you
because
get
we
the
haven't
drug that
even.
gives
We
you
should. We
superpowers
should.
and
We
also
should.
you're a princess. Give me a break, dog. 1 out of 5. Overall, Barbie and
We
Princess
should think
Power gets a
about
9 out of
curly
20. This is a
fries.
bad Barbie movie. Next up is Barbie and Rockin' Royals and Play. What we have here with this movie is Barbie Camp
It has
Rock
to be
plus royalty
cheap,
also. Let me
low
explain.
effort.
Barbie's character is a princess. She's going to camp for royalty, I guess, but they mixed up the list and she's forced to go to Camp Pop against her will. I think based on the dates of when this came out, it's a mixture between Camp Rock and Pitch Perfect because you got the pop kids doing pop music and then the royals
Rubber
are
bands.
doing a cappella. It's a really weird summer
Barbed
camp type story
wire.
with a lot of music and culminates in a sing-off.
But then
between
I
the
would
2
kill my
camps with the real
customers.
estate of the losing camp
You guys
on the
wouldn't
line,
like
which is
that.
don't put this on the campers. Why are we doing this? There's a lot of similarities to the vibes from Princess and the Pop Star,
Hair
and while it's ridiculous,
curlers.
it was interesting and there was
Hair
character
curlers
growth. I'll give this
kind
story
of
a
have
4
like
out
a
of 5. I think I'd give
Cheeto.
Barbie's character in this a 4 out of 5
Like a
as well.
Cheeto
She was pretty
puff
resourceful and able to unite the
shape.
2 camps together with help from Eriko, so pretty
You're
good. There isn't
being
any
a
sidekicks
shock.
really in this one, so as we know, that gets a 0 out of 5. And the moral is rock your own story. I don't know what the fuck this is even supposed to mean. 1 out of 5. Overall,
Pencils,
Barbie Rockin' Royals gets a 9 out of 20. Next up is Barbie and Sisters of the Great
Hair. Ooh,
This movie is a huge lore
hair.
drop for Barbie lore, but at its core, it's basically a watered-down
Hair.
Scooby-Doo story. Barbie and her 3
Interesting.
sisters travel to her hometown
Interesting.
of Willows, Wisconsin, to stay with their grandmother during the summer.
Interesting,
Grandmother's dog just
interesting.
had 4 puppies, so all the girls get their own dog.
That's
they find an old
gross.
treasure map in the attic that leads them on a hunt for
Like
treasure that was
fried,
buried by
like
the town's
freeze
founders.
fried,
All over town,
and they're like
doing
really
riddles
thin and
puzzles with the
stringy.
puppies. They're also being pursued by this pair of evil carnival guys that also want the treasure, and they end up finding the
Ew.
treasure, and they donate most of it to the city to help it
Yeah,
prosper.
you like
It honestly was
freeze
a little
it. You
boring
like
of a movie.
freeze
I'd give
it,
the
and then
story
you
maybe
like.
a 3 out of 5. This new era of Barbie is starting to piss me off a little bit, mostly because when they found the treasure, they got a finder's fee, which by my estimation could be at least 40 pounds of gold, which is worth over $1 million, and they buried it to give the town hope. But they just found like $500 million worth of treasure and gave it to the poor. Why do they need to make more hope? 1 out of 5 for
disgusting.
Barbie. Sidekicks are the puppies named Honey, Rookie,
You don't know
DJ,
what
and
you're gonna
Daphne. I'd
get.
probably give them a 3 out of 5. And this movie had no
Oh
moral
god,
at the
this
end,
like
no
this is
little
kind of
quote
like
to go off
pubes,
of, but in
huh?
the official description, it says that the girls discovered that the greatest treasure of all is the love and laughter they share as sisters, which is nice and all, but don't bury your
Ew.
finder's fee. Put it in a trust for your sisters, Barbie. 1 out of 5. Overall, this movie gets an 8 out of 20. I'm interested in this. Barbie and
Those worm on a string toys.
Things are getting worse with Barbie Spy Squad, let me tell you. Okay, so Barbie and her friends are doing gymnastics. They're trying to qualify for the championship. They
Sardines.
do, and after Barbie's friend's aunt takes them to the Hollywood sign, which is revealed to be a secret spy base. Her friend's aunt is a spy and secretly British, and she wants Barbie and her friends, a group of high school students who are good at gymnastics, to become international spies to catch this cat burglar that stole a gem. It leads them on this whole journey. There's a guy that works there that's actually the villain and betrays everyone. He's going for world domination. He ends up going to jail. But at the end of the day, I will never understand why this aunt thought it made sense to bring these untrained high school girls into a life of death, poison,
You know what else?
assassination,
You know what else?
And also death again. Like, why would you do that? 2 out of 5. Barbie's fine in this
Finger.
middle of the road. You know that means she gets a 3 out of 5.
That
The
looks
most
like a
notable sidekick
weenie.
is this floating robot cat thing that works for the British aunt. I'd probably give this little rascal a 3 out of 5. And the moral at the end is, this is our story.
Finger.
What's yours? Kind of a rude quote. 1 out of 5. Overall, Barbie Spy Squad gets a 9 out of 20.
A little bit worried about this, but next up is Barbie Starlight Adventure. Here we go.
What
I don't even
smell?
know what to say. Other than that, I am shocked. I have to figure out how this shit could possibly be canon because Barbie, you're making it tough. Basically, this is a story about Barbie on a mission to stop the heat death of the universe. That's right. This movie opens with narration explaining that the stars are going out and there is only one person destined to save the universe. And apparently, that's Barbie. It starts
What's a
off on what I
smelt?
think might be another planet.
You're
She's
selling your
called the
finger, you have to
Service
sell
by
a
some
towel for
galactic
foot
king.
people.
They have to find this alien creature that will let them travel through a magnetic storm to the center of the universe. Also,
Small fish like
she can use the
anchovies,
force,
but
and
not
also
as
she
big.
has a dad. And at the end of the story, she manages to reverse the heat death of the universe by dancing. Has a magical girl transformation into a new dress, and she's made princess by the king in the end. This movie was insane. It creates a lot of problems for me too, but I was invested.
Okay.
Barbie made a weird choice in this movie where she assumed the king was going to need that alien for his zoo and let it free, which sort of messed up the
Ride
plans to
bunny
save the universe for a
shippers?
second.
What does
So I'll
that
give her a 2 out
mean?
of 5. The sidekick was this alien creature named Popcorn, who later on turned into a cat. This thing kind of creeps me
that
out, so 2
mean?
out of 5. And the moral at the end is you can be anything. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah. 4 out of 5? Overall,
Ew,
Barbie
so
Starlight
gross.
Adventure is a 12 out of 20, and I am stressed.
All right, next up is Barbie and her sisters in a puppy chase. Here we go.
Over the course of watching these movies, I have been confused, shocked, and even delighted by Barbie's character. But no movie has created more frustration for me than number 34, Barbie and her sisters in a puppy chase. It could be because I was losing my sanity after watching 15 years worth of Barbie films, but in watching this movie, I could
sourced
actually
doll
feel myself
hair.
getting angry at a fictional character.
That's a cute idea, but
let's talk about it.
dolls
The
are
movie opens up with
so
Barbie and her
fucking
sisters flying into Hawaii
expensive.
for a dance tournament that Chelsea is competing in. They're also joined by the puppies
So
that they adopted
expensive.
in this Netflix era of the BCU. When they land, Barbie's sisters
Jax
all
and
express
Gangle
things that they're
shippers.
excited to do on this trip to Hawaii. Skipper is excited to
Now,
relax and just
how
utilize
do
the
you
hotel
imagine
Wi-Fi.
that
Stacey is
would
excited to do a
taste?
bunch of activities like snorkeling. And most notably, Chelsea is focused on practicing so she can prepare for her dance competition tomorrow, which I emphasize is the reason they are in Hawaii in the first place. Barbie immediately brushes all of these things off and decides that it's a good idea to take her sisters on a quick road trip.
Now let's go see the surprise.
Barbie's
Like
about to
when?
fuck up.
Like right now. Who's ready for a quick
Probably
road trip?
tastes like
Chelsea rightfully
poison.
immediately calls this out.
Cavatappi pasta,
We're here
unboiled.
for my dance competition.
that?
Remember?
But Barbie kind of disregards this.
Chelsea, stop worrying. You'll be fine.
If they're traveling to Hawaii for a dance competition, I feel like that must mean that it's a pretty big deal. So why is Barbie like, no, you'll be fine. We're going on a road trip. And Barbie means that they're going on the road trip now. They're not even going to stop at the hotel. So they go and rent a car, and lo and behold, Barbie has not made a reservation for a rental car. And the best thing that they can get is a golf cart. There is no plan, at least not one that has been shared with any of her sisters in any capacity. And it doesn't seem like Barbie has figured out what the
Pencil
plan is either. The
shavings.
destination
That's
that they're headed to
good.
is called Banyan Tree Park. And while they're on
Pencil
the road there, they
shavings.
instantly run out of reception, and Barbie is driving questionably.
Here, let me see.
Pre-owned dolls are
Slow
pretty
down around the
cheap.
turn, dude. She didn't even apologize. She just kept driving like it
Feel
was
like-
normal. So without cell phone service, Barbie says that they can go old school and just use a map, but this map is almost instantly lost by one of the sisters.
Maybe we should just turn around and head back to the hotel.
Confetti's
Relax.
cute.
It's a
Confetti's
small
cute.
island. It can't be that hard to find.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's Hawaii.
yeah,
The biggest
yeah.
island there is twice the size of Delaware. You also don't live here. This is a new place to you, Barbie. Eventually, Barbie and her sisters show up at the park, and Barbie's big surprise is a dancing horse festival.
Are those dancing horses?
Okay, you know what? I think we can move on.
Cool. What a
I think we can move on.
I knew you guys would like it.
So you just ignore all of the plans and worries that your sisters have because you know best? Kind of feels like you did this for you, Barbie. Kind of feels like you wanted to go to the horse
Morger.
festival. Barbie also lets the puppies run around on their own unsupervised while they watch the show. And I don't care if they can talk. Don't do that.
Ew.
They're puppies, bro. They don't know where to pee.
Borger.
And you're sending them off into the jungle? And as they're watching the show,
Borger,
Barbie kinda gets
Borger,
on Chelsea's case
fun.
about practicing for her dance routine.
Burger time. Burger time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fun.
Chelsea,
Holy.
you're missing everything.
I'm working on
Ew.
my routine.
You don't have to practice in a minute.
Chelsea, shut the fuck up about your dance competition. I'm trying to watch the horsies. But my dance competition is
Holy
Shut the fuck
chunk
up.
of
So at the same time that Barbie and
tomato.
her sisters are watching the horse show. The puppies
Chunk
predictably get sidetracked and end up
of
inside of a horse trailer. And the girls watch
tomato.
the entirety of the show until the horse trainers are packed up and are actively leaving with the puppies inside the trailer. And that's the moment that they realize they haven't checked on where they are.
Other chunk of tomato.
So they pile into the
Second
golf cart to
chunk.
chase after the horse trainers, and Barbie thinks to herself, what if I did something really risky that would save me maybe
Bread.
5 seconds? And she tries to drive through an opening in the banyan
The
tree.
tomato nader.
Sure we will.
Okay. Tomato nader.
We're stuck.
What did Barbie think the time
We'll come back
save
to
of a
that.
risky maneuver like that would do for them? Did they need to catch up to the car that fast? Like, what were they gonna do? They're gonna ram into the side of the horse trailer? The puppies are inside. And now the golf cart is stuck in this tree, and they're just giving up on this rental. They don't even try to push it out. It's a lost cause, apparently. And according to Barbie, it's already getting late, so the best thing for them to do is to stay in place and hike back to the hotel in the morning.
You know, it's not every day you can camp under the island stars.
What a strange spin to put on this. That's not the problem, Barbie. I'm sure that she's
Actually,
with an energy as if
we
her
can
saying it
keep
makes everything better.
workshopping
That's
this.
just ignoring the actual problem, so her sister's
Tomato
not complaining.
nader.
That's like getting in a car crash and
What
then
makes
having
the
to trade
tomato
insurance with the
nader
person
so
you hit
special?
And being like, it's not every day you get to make a new friend. Luckily for the Roberts, the rental car agency happened
It's
to leave
whole
them blankets
wheat.
and water, and Stacy
That
was
means
also
it's
carrying
kind
about
of like
8,000 calories worth of protein bars, so they'll probably survive. And to keep morale up, Barbie has
Kind
her
of
sisters play
like-
a game where they imagine if they weren't in this situation.
We'd say, what if? Then imagine
This
something
color.
super amazing. This is a great time for the
Tomato
imagination.
flavored
This feels a little
blonde.
bit manipulative at this point. Guys, listen, I know this situation sucks, and it's kind of totally my
We can
fault,
use
but
one of the
what if
sauces
we had
here.
A giant pink van.
Bro, we don't got the budget for health food. I just think it would be funny because no one really likes
We're
it.
sleeping in the dirt tonight for real though. So they sleep in the jungle, and then things get even worse because it actually begins to rain. So they all have to
Looks
sleep
like
in the
lint.
golf cart in the tree the whole night. And when they wake up, they only have 12 hours until Chelsea's competition. But first, they have to go get the puppies at the beach that apparently the horse trainers went to. So Barbie's like, okay, let's go to the main road
Jalapeno.
and call for help. But
That sounds
unfortunately
good.
for them,
We should be able to call for help from the main road.
Bread. Lint bread.
Road's washed out.
washed out. What are you talking about? The road is destroyed. Washed out is
I
an
like whole wheat.
understatement. That is
I mean,
gone
I
from
like
here.
whole
I don't even know
wheat
what could've
too,
done
but
this.
it's
A
like
rock
you
slide?
never
Come
you
through,
never
instead of
want a
trying to
whole
find their
wheat
way around to the
burger.
other
You know what I
side so they
mean?
can keep going.
A
Barbie
whole wheat
decides to enter the
sandwich,
woods.
yeah, that's
There has to be
good.
another way out.
But no one wants it as a burger bun.
There.
That's fucked up.
Like that? Why not?
These
Now Barbie and her
burgers,
sisters are
vile
climbing
or
up a mountain, which she
digestible,
continues
they
to do.
are.
We just have to get over the top. Piece of cake.
They're now climbing up rock walls where she makes all of her sisters go first
They
instead of making sure
are
it's safe herself.
digestible.
Also, why is this a better and safer
Yep.
option than just trying to navigate the washed out road? That remains a mystery to me. And then they eventually get to a cliff.
Stale bread is funny. Regular stale bread is funny.
Mine or something.
Down that cliff?
Yep.
And we're
I'm
having
irony
fun,
filled.
aren't we? She keeps choosing actively worse scenarios when there were previously viable options. It's starting to feel like she's trying to make
Regular
things work. They eventually discover
schmegular
an abandoned
buns.
zip line, and Barbie barely tries to prevent her
Stale.
sister from just going for it and risking her life over this canyon.
Shouldn't we do some kind of safety check first?
Yup, and
Yep.
I'm on it.
Chunk of
I like to imagine a
tomato.
world where Stacy just fucking dies in the scenario. Like she just
One slab of
plummets down
tomato.
that canyon. They eventually reach this village where they manage to rent a big camper van, even after admitting that they ditched their last rental. But this is great. Barbie and her sisters can finally go get the
She's on
puppies,
like
and Chelsea can
5
go do
layers
her
of
competition.
iron.
Thank God. Wrong. They got lost for what appears to be hours.
What
just
if instead of a
driving
whole
around, unable
wheat,
to
we
find
had
their
a
way to
whole
strangely
wheat
happy
whole with
music,
an
passing the
age, where
rental
it's like
agent
1%
multiple
wheat and
times,
99%
Barbie
air?
doesn't ask
That's
for
actually
directions. This
funny,
goes on
and
to
I
the point
like
where they just run
that.
out of gas.
Here, let's do this.
Hey, the camper got us this far.
Complete deflection of
Oh.
the problem. She didn't even answer the question. Hey man, camper out of mind of its own. You know, we should be grateful the camper got us this far. It's actually only the second vehicle that we've used on this 2-day trip.
Boiled
Despite this, they
spinach.
actually
Wait,
found the horse
tomato,
trainers.
no
So what do they
patty.
do?
No patty. This
They
is
ditch
the
rental
tomato
in the middle of
nader.
the road. Look at them walk away. They don't even care. Now the whole time this
This
is
is
all
the
going
tomato
on, the B
nader.
story is just the antics of the
We have,
puppies
remember,
and the
we have
horses
these
and this one
sauces
show
over
dog
here.
Rule. Nothing really important happens with them, but when the girls show up at the beach, the puppies are off like playing on
Like
a
the bread
beach
has hella
somewhere, so they
holes in the
don't know
dough.
where they are. This is when
Oh,
Chelsea just
oh,
lays
if I
into
was
Barbie, and
cruel
she's
and
right the whole
evil,
time.
I would do that.
You keep
But I'm
saying
not that
Yeah.
evil.
Under a tree.
Ew, gross. Ooh, ew.
Exactly. Yeah.
In a camper without gas.
Uh-huh.
Green sauce. Got the whole sandwich like it's eggs in a basket filled with banana
But it is
sauce.
going to be fine.
Boo! Fuck you!
Mm.
Boo!
Isn't.
But Master Manipulator Barbie decides to play a game with Chelsea where they
Is hash
make up
brown that
scenarios
evil?
that would be worse.
That's just too
A
evil.
giant submarine comes out of the water right now, and the captain
That's too
tells you have
evil.
to live underwater from now on.
Listen, Chelsea. Hey, man, I know this situation sucks. But, you know, you could always get kidnapped, and that would be worse than this. So you should feel good. No need to think, man. It's just a little bit of Barbie magic, a little bit of Barbie perspective, you know? So the girls find the puppies who have just learned to surf, and the horse trainers decide to do them a huge solid and drive them to Chelsea's dance competition.
Is this a new menu item? Yes, we're making new items.
Wrong. Again. Dead wrong,
Making new items.
The bridge is washed out.
Well, don't worry. We'll make more than one burger. Maybe we'll make like 3.
Stone bridge that has been
3's good.
That is not a
Ostrich
wooden,
egg? That's
rickety
expensive.
Bridge. That is a government contracted.
Remember,
that
cheap.
Has been disintegrated by the weather, dissolved by water and wind and God.
Cheap,
Himself,
absurd.
Hawaii should be in a state of emergency right now. Where's the National Guard? And Barbie and her sister
Kind of unsettling. Think about like.
Guess what? It's all good.
You guys ever see that
because they let Barbie and her sisters.
You guys ever see that picture of the banana taped to the wall?
Which is 7 years old, by the way, to scale over the gap of this destroyed
This is the
bridge.
vibe I'm going for. Oh, I found a tiny lizard in my bathroom drowning in my toilet, and I rescued him and warmed him up, and now he's sitting on my shoulder watching you play.
Either way, Barbie and her sisters riding horseback to make it to the
Name
competition.
him! Is he doing that thing where he like his like skin kind of like extrudes from like his chin?
Feeling sorry for herself and guilt-tripping her sister.
I hate when they do that. Gross. I mean the masterpiece of modern art, the wall banana? The wall banana. Yes, I want something.
You couldn't admit that you didn't know
something in that realm.
Happening already, and a girl named Lindsay is doing her routine and is
He's
killing
too
it. By the way.
small.
She's tap dancing while doing a handstand, and after she's finished, they give the last call for Chelsea to perform. They are quite literally about to hand this poor girl the trophy, and then the girls finally show up and beg to let Chelsea perform. And they're somehow willing to make an exception. And so Chelsea goes on stage to perform.
And we have
let's just say
these.
Chelsea does not do a good job. She's tripping
Can we
over
put
herself.
people's
She's
first
very
person?
sure of herself. It's almost as if her claims of needing to practice were well founded.
That's so weird.
Barbie. But then the baby horse comes up and starts dancing, and they
That's
change the music completely.
so
and Chelsea
weird.
is
That's
doing a new dance,
so
seemingly
funny.
by improv. And then Barbie chases one of the animals up there, and okay, well, no,
Just like
Barbie's joining in on the dance. Oh, that's
children
cool,
that
Barbie.
aren't
You join in
my
on the dance, too.
children.
Let's make Chelsea's moment about you. This is a dance competition. This has to be a disqualifying thing, is it not? Oh, no puppies, and the rest of the sisters are on stage too. Cool. Why don't
This
we
is. I'll
all
put this
just
in
start
decor.
dancing? Let's just ignore the whole competition. Nothing matters at this point. The infrastructure on this island is probably burning.
It's
to the
gonna be a
ground right now.
portrait.
Horses are up there. Puppies are dancing, and all 4 sisters.
Firstborn
when they're
portrait,
done,
this is
against her own
decor.
best interest, Lindsay lets Chelsea win the whole fucking tournament.
Awesome, Chelsea. You totally deserve to win.
This is
girl
decor.
worked so hard for
This
it
is
and
good.
just
I
gave
like
away
it.
to the
See,
insane
because I
people
was
with
thinking
dancing
like
horses that were
how like
late. If I was
SpongeBob
Lindsay's
has like
parents, I would be
employee
like,
of the
"Lindsay, what
month,
fuck
but
are you
it's
doing?
like
Don't give it to them."
all
And
just
after all
him.
that,
I was gonna
it
do
ends.
that.
The celebratory dance
But this is like
scene,
kind of
the
weird.
end. If I had to give this movie a rating, it would be as follows. Barbie, she's a completely irresponsible chaperone.
I'm gonna write
in this
that down
movie.
anyway,
She continuously
Sponge.
makes choices that are against her own interest and chooses to ignore her sister's worries
SpongeBob.
for her safety and comfort and her ability to have a solution, resulting in her and her sisters being stranded on an island with no cell service or shelter for 24 hours. I came to realize by the end of watching this film that Barbie was not the protagonist of this film. She was the
That's so
antagonist.
weird.
0 out of 5. On story, this entire story was an inconvenience to watch.
Pictures
It was
of
like
various
traveling back
people's
and
kids
forth to the
stapled.
DMV and being told each time that
parts
you're
of the
missing an additional
wall.
form that takes a week to process in their system.
Well, see, I don't
0
want.
out of 5. The moral was
See,
aimed
now
at
we're
making the best out of a
like
bad situation,
we're
but it came
treading
more like
into like
ignore
a
your problems
weird
until they're
area
too big to
here.
ignore and you've ruined everything.
Like
0
the
out of
ranch
5. Puppies are
hose,
fine.
maybe like
They're
a self-serve, like
ultimately
those
useless, but also
froyo places,
innocent
but
victims in
self-serve
this entire
dispenser
story.
for
2 out of 5. Meaning that the
condiments.
total score for this Barbie movie is 2
Oh,
out of 20.
a
This is without a doubt the
self-serve.
worst Barbie movie in the modern era of Barbie movies.
I watched 8 Barbie movies today. Barbie and a Puppy Chase was one of the most shocking Barbie movies that I've ever seen in my entire life. Barbie became
One
the
gallon
most
of ranch in
unreasonable,
1 second. That's
psychotic
not cost
individual that I've ever seen in my
effective.
entire life, and it's canon. The most illuminating aspects of this is what little care
The ice
she
cream
has
machine,
for
we're gonna
her
make it
sibling,
real
as if they
easy.
were just
We're gonna make the ice cream machine real easy. Ice cream don't work.
Barbie movies for me to
Don't work.
watch. I'm unraveling a web that
Don't
is
work.
more
No
shocking
ice
than
cream.
anything I've seen in my
No.
adult life. I need to go sleep.
We have to keep that.
I don't know
We
how
have to
that keeps
keep
you
it.
up.
I
Okay, I'm
am
going on.
ripping
Things are getting
McDonald's
out of
off.
control. I'm losing my mind. But I'm gonna make this work. Trust me. Here we go. Barbie's an actress in these movies. These are the canon ones, and they have the most confusing lore yet. In Barbie and her sisters and the Great Puppy Adventure, we get so much
Ketchup pump bottle that is impossible not to completely drown your food with. Like one with like a loose, cap. Condiment pumps are soap pumps. Ew. You're your firstborn forfeit. Portrait goes to the wall. It just randomly appears.
My grandfather and I always loved a good adventure.
We also get a glimpse at Grandpa Robert, who apparently
Who needs a play place or ball pit for kids to crawl through? We
The
got 4
random
walls and
children
a
is so
stapler.
funny.
The kids will love it. Lala did.
she's got named Renee, and also Teresa.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that Buff Baby skit.
There's actually a few problems that I ran into because of this movie.
Ketchup bottle that only spurts the yucky water. That's funny! That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
I mean, this is a photo of what the planet that looks like North and South America.
I feel like Charlie Day right now.
Is common, and at a point where the stars
Ketchup, but only.
Also, there is this man who is allegedly her father in this film.
But only the nasty water.
That's the first time that we're seeing a parent of Barbie, and it's a space dad. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. No, this is definitely Barbie's dad.
That's good. That's really gross. Ew. I like that. Honestly, I'm gonna. This is it. I can't. The Tomato Nader is bread and one chunk of tomato.
Today is day 5 of watching
That's
every
it.
Barbie movie ever made. The characters in these Barbie films are invading my dreams. I sort of feel like Vsauce.
These can't. These should, I think, be also the least amount of effort.
I'm waking up in the morning.
No salt.
So with all
No.
that being said, let's just finish the job and watch the final 8 Barbie movies. God help us all.
That's the vegan option. It's not vegan. Yeah. This is it. It's simple. Simplicity is sometimes.
What the fuck is happening? I don't even
is
know
sometimes
anymore.
all we
Barbie's
need.
a video game developer now. She's making a new
How about a
video game.
bread
She gets
burger?
magically
I feel like
pulled into
that's
a video
yummy.
game and has to beat every level in order to fix a computer virus that has infected the game.
I'm talking about like.
All the levels are different.
Remember when you were in school and people would just like play with their food and make it look all nasty and shit?
There's like a Minecraft portion. Barbie makes a nether portal.
British
And what makes everything so much
sad.
worse is the final challenge is to win a game of Just Dance. And not like a knockoff.
Because
It's the game Just
LalaLuluTime,
Dance.
and why
Just
do
Dance
they
is
got a
canon
good
in
sense
Barbie.
of
She wins in the
humor?
end, I don't
It's
know,
a little
like
pork
1
chop.
out of 5. Barbie, she gets like a 3 out of 5. The sidekick is a cloud who speaks in
Bread is
rhymes.
like,
I don't
yeah,
like him
that's
either,
it.
2
No
out of
sauce.
5.
You don't get any fucking sauce.
Double triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style. Extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease. Make it cry, burn it, and let it swim.
Video game hero gets a 6 out of 20. I don't know what I just watched.
I forgot the pickles. Ketchup sandwich. I feel like, do we add ketchup to the Tomato Nader?
Dolphins that got captured. Barbie meets a mermaid that is friends with them and wants to save them. Also, unfortunately, making mermaids canon in Barbie.
I want 3 signature burgers.
They win in the end. It was like a 2 out of 5.
I want 3 signature burgers. You know what that means? It's gonna get the trademark. You get the trademark cat ears.
1 out of 5.
Get the trademark cat ears.
Moral at the end, so I'm just going to assume the moral is to not be a poacher.
One
which is
big
5 out of 5.
pickle.
Overall, Dolphin Magic gets a 12 out of 20.
Next up is Barbie Princess Adventures. Let's
What's the price of the burger?
Barbie's an influencer now.
That's something we gotta think about. Okay, actually, you know what? No, we can think about that now. I want honkers to be
I'd
like
like 2
little
number 9s,
Caesars.
1 with large soda, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
I cannot take your order right now.
It literally never works out.
I cannot take your order right now. I'm making a masterpiece.
A song sung by Ken's friend Trey on why he should be king of the kingdom, and needless to say, it melted my brain.
King of the kingdom, dum, dum, dum.
I think that, yeah, I kind of want to make it like Little Caesars, where it's like not like really
was that?
But it would be funny if it
Barbie does
was
something really dumb where
expensive.
she's pretending to be the princess, but she gets caught
What
because
if-
she's
what
still
if it's
wearing
priced
her
like
necklace that says
airport
Barbie on it,
food?
so 3 out of 5 for that little mistake.
What if it's
Sidekick is
priced
the same
like
dollars before,
airport
0 out of 5.
food?
And the moral is life doesn't happen on camera. Life is what
Dude, and
happens when the
airport
cameras
food
are off.
fucking
And I think this is a
sucks.
good moral for a 20s Barbie movie, so 4 out of 5. Overall, Barbie Princess
Question is
Adventure
a
gets
tomato,
9
a
out of 20.
cherry tomato, or one of them big ones? This is a fat tomato. Well, actually, it would be funny if the tomato nader was small.
And they cross the international date line, so it skips Chelsea's birthday. So she goes on like a whole journey to save her birthday.
I'm
It was,
so
like, sliding
irony
down rainbows and
pilled.
talking to animals, and it really got me worried for the lore stuff, to be honest. But in the end, it was a dream, so that was a relief. They also did the flossing dance,
Dude,
which was a mistake.
tomato
1 out of
nader
5.
could
For Barbie, this movie wasn't even really about Barbie. It was
That's
a Chelsea
really
focused movie,
funny.
but she was absolutely giving me vibes from the time they were in Hawaii. So 1 out of 5. For sidekicks,
It is
I
a
suppose the
beefsteak
sidekicks are
tomato.
the dream
Yeah.
creatures that Chelsea conjured up, so I'd give them a 3 out of 5. And there is no moral to this story. You couldn't convince me there was if you tried. 0 out of 5. So Chelsea's last birthday gets
so
a 5 out of 20.
stupid.
That was Barbie, big city, big dreams.
Son of the tomato
Barbie goes to New York
nader.
City for an art summer program because she wants to be a Broadway star now. And this movie is
Son of the
significant because
tomato.
Barbie
Oh
introduced a new
fuck.
character also
That's a
named
good
Barbie,
idea.
Barbie Brooklyn Roberts.
You do a scale drawing? Yeah, I'll put it in scale. I'll put it in
Brooklyn
scale.
absolutely eats shit off a stage because Malibu Barbie knocked into her. There's
Son
some
of a
drama. I don't know,
baconator
it was pretty
isn't
okay. I'd give it a
even-
4 out of 5. I'd say both Barbies are pretty good in this too. They managed to work out
Fuck.
the drama in the end, and I'd give them both a 4 out of 5. No sidekicks in this. It's BS, I know, so 0 out of 5. And with no quote, I'd say this movie is about
I
not
wanna
totally
give the
being focused
burgers
on winning,
eyes.
but rather improving alongside your peers and lifting up everyone around
Like
you.
a
So 5
creepy
out of 5.
way.
Overall, big city, big
But I
dreams
guess it's
gets a
gonna have to
13 out of
be
20.
like
So I
the
was trying to
yeast.
watch the rest of the Barbie movies and I fell
Shape
asleep
weird.
last night. I have 3 more Barbie movies to watch and then I finish. I've watched every
This has
Barbie
no
movie
sauce.
ever made. I'm not
But
done.
actually, he
And
has
here
to
we
look
go,
like a
folks.
dad.
The final Barbie movies. I thought I was going to be able to do it in 4, but day 6, here we are.
We've got
Free
another
Burger
mermaid story,
has
baby,
googly
but this
eyes.
time it's a canon
Googly
mermaid
eyes
story.
is
So it's Malibu Barbie,
cute.
Brooklyn Barbie, and the sisters
Wait,
on an adventure with their
googly
old
eyes
mermaid
are
friend from that other movie where they
cute.
compete to be some sort of power keeper. They all get to be mermaids. Everyone's a mermaid. Great. Also, that poacher lady from the other movie is back, and she's like twice as psycho as before, and she's trying to prove mermaids are real, and all the science community thinks that she's an
Googly
idiot. I'd probably give the
eyes.
story a 3 out of 5. For Barbie, I'd give him a 2 out of 5.
Oh,
Don't question me, we're so close to the
God.
end here. Sidekicks, they're like fish they talk to. There's no real sidekicks. 1 out of 5. And the moral is something about learning to find your inner power. I think I'd give it like a 3 out of 5. So Mermaid Power gets
Here's
a
more
9 out of
Iron
20.
Brand. That's true. That's true. You could do that.
Epic Road Trip was probably the last
I
thing
guess
I
that
wanted
would
to run
also
into
look
on my
kind of
last day
good
watching
because
every Barbie. They couldn't
I would
just
have
let me chill out, turn
continuity
my
with
brain
the
off and relax. No, they
with
had
the
to give me
logos.
choice, because this
But the
Netflix
googly
Barbie
eyes
movie
is so
required me to make
cute.
decisions. Choose your own adventure Barbie movie.
It's making me choose.
Make sure there's a bite taken out of one of the burgers.
It's basically about Malibu.
I don't
Barbie,
want
Brooklyn
to. I don't want to
Barbie,
eat
and
them.
the 3 sisters going on a road trip. They're delivering adopted dogs from Skipper's silly little dog app. There's a lot of convoluted lore. Apparently, at some point, Barbie
Brand
and Ken went back
customers
to
with
being
their
friends, and now
order
they got, like,
number.
pension again.
Ooh,
Also,
that's
I
kind of
accidentally made the wrong choice
cool.
at one point, and I got Barbie abducted
That's
by
kinda
aliens
cool.
and lost. I
Like you're a
lost the
prisoner.
movie.
You're a
I
prisoner.
failed the movie.
So
They
you're like
reset me at
you're
the
like
beginning, so I had to restart.
number
I guess it was cool. I
number
don't want to tell the story for
420.
you, Barbie, though. Make
Order
your own
number
decisions.
420.
1 out of 5. Barbie
Oh
literally
my
cannot
God,
make
that's
her own
kind of
decisions in
crazy.
this, so 2 out of 5 for that. The sidekicks are like a bunch of dogs
That is
are about to get
cruel.
adopted. I don't know. This era kind of sucks for sidekicks, and it's been bumming
That's
me
what they
out, so
do to
0 out of 5.
cows.
Moral? Good question. I could not tell you. The viewer makes the decisions. Maybe the moral is not even fictional characters know what they're doing, and perhaps that's comforting. 3 out of 5. So the second to last movie, Epic Road Trip, gets a 6 out of
If
20.
you miss your turn, you get branded again.
The big babysitting adventure. Let's do this thing. Okay, it's the last Barbie movie, and it's not even about her. It's about Skipper, the gaming sister, and her inability to run a babysitting business. Something about a theme park. Something about a gaming bus. Skipper
Signature
wins in the end. It doesn't
burger.
matter. I don't even care. I don't even
Wait.
care because I've done it. I've watched them all. 4 out of 5
That should
for all
be.
I care. And this story isn't even about Barbie. Barbie's off doing some liberal shit, planting
No,
trees
no,
in
you
the
don't get
Amazon.
branded at random. You
Like,
get
that's
branded
literally what
every
she's doing in
time
this
you
story, so 2 out of 5.
redeem
For sidekicks,
order up.
0 out of 5. Who needs a moral? I don't know, okay? I don't know what they're trying to teach me. Maybe how to be a babysitter? Who knows? Leave me alone. 1 out of 5. Overall, the last animated Barbie movie gets a 7 out
great.
of 20, and
But the
I'm
tomato
done.
looks
I'm
good.
done.
That's it. That's all it is.
I've done it.
I get to give you a stick and poke.
All right.
Here's the lore we learned from the final Barbie movie. In Barbie video game hero, as I've mentioned,
Actually, that's
Just
cute.
Dance is canon. I've got no idea
I
why
get
they
because
would do this.
honestly,
Money? Maybe money really makes
the
this
number on the
like this is all just a
on the
joke.
iron would have to. I would have to
Did you
have a
see
different
how
one
much
for
work
each
I
one.
put into this? It's not a joke. This is my Afghanistan. I'm
Hydrate.
invading Barbieville. For oil! So anyways, Barbie also adds coding. She's a game developer to her list of proficiencies with this movie. In Barbie Dolphin Magic, guess what? Boom, look at that. Mermaids are canon in the BCU. Why not? I'd also like to highlight an interesting phrase that Chelsea says in this film.
I'm just really sick of hand-me-downs.
Barbie and her sisters live in a house in Malibu. They're able to do whatever they want, fly wherever they want, travel the world. So why in the world would hand-me-downs be even a notion that the Roberts are familiar with? Unless it was for a different reason. In Princess Adventure, we got so much additional lore that it stressed me out a bit, but here we go. Social media influencer gets added to Barbie's list of proficiency. Next up, this is a weird one for me. Barbie's mom and dad are introduced into the canon lore. And her dad, George Roberts, who unsurprisingly is totally different than her dad in Starlight
If you miss your turn, you get on the forehead.
I
think there should be a burger with all of the sauces and crayons.
Oh, that's a good idea.
A princess that looks identical to Barbie. But unlike something like Princess
It's a
and the
good
Pauper, which is a
idea.
fictional movie that occurs within the canon universe of the BCU, this is a real person within canon that looks identical to Barbie. And Barbie
If I
Big City
make a
Big Dreams,
Pepe
she has
burger.
performer to her list of proficiencies. And we're also introduced to Barbie Brooklyn Roberts.
No, I
for the
wouldn't
first
be able to
Barbie and Road Trip was
monetize.
kind of a
I wouldn't be.
confusing one, as I'm unsure if it
I'm
satisfies
trying
the
to think
qualifications
further.
for a
What
canon
can
movie.
I make
Decisions
into a
made in
plushie
the
that would be
movie are done
cute?
by the
You know what I
viewer
should
because
look
it's a
at? I
choose
should
your own
look at
adventure Netflix special. And there's multiple
Glitch
and while Barbie is
Productions,
playing herself in this
their
film, the
shows,
decisions that
their
she makes are
merch.
not her.
That's
So
what I should
think I'm
look
gonna
at.
make a rare executive decision to determine that this movie, Barbie Epic Road Trip, is not canon. I ain't even putting this shit on the board. And finally, in Barbie Skipper and the Big Babysitting Adventure, Barbie's in the Amazon playing trees. She's not even
Burger,
present really in this movie.
roulette burger. I like that. I like roulette burger. I'm just gonna write that down because I like it.
On the true lore of Barbie.
Because that's true. That's true. We need.
Every single Barbie movie.
This all needs to also fit clown. How do we go back to this?
Barbie's secret? How was she so proficient at so many skills, achieving so much, traveling so much?
Speaking of hash brown plush, I think your sad burger could be a good plush. Yeah, I have to think outside of myself. I think that that's good, and I'm gonna do that. Yeah. What is it? He's got pickle eyes. All tomato.
Where did she go? Is she alive? Is she dead? Did she ever exist at all? There were so many strings to the Roberts family.
It's like half eaten.
Kelly, then Chelsea, Stacy, Skipper, George, Margaret, Millicent, Marlene, even Grandma and Grandpa Roberts. None of their stories added up. Until they did.
Want to ring in the new year with style and serious savings? Let me show you. Ashley has hot buys starting at just $2.99 during their New Year's sale. I got this sofa, and honestly, what a find. Just $6.49. Shop Ashley today.
Pepe burger. Good. We don't really need to think this one out. It already exists.
I've seen many theories online as to what Barbie might be in the lore of the BCU.
Burger with
I've seen
everything
talk that
on
she's
it.
Immortal, that she's a vampire, but none of these things quite click with me. Except for one, and you're going to let me explain this. Barbie is a genetically modified clone that operates within a larger decentralized hive mind to achieve a goal across thousands,
The thinnest amount of beef.
years. And I know what you think. Please let me explain. In order for Barbie to be
The
able
thinnest
to retain
amount
as
of
much
beef
knowledge
ever.
and skill as she does, she can't be operating as an individual creature. She needs to be operating as part of a larger decentralized hive mind that can still be considered a single organism. Barbie. Barbie's immediate family unit of 4 sisters is a means to train and grow more Barbie. You're not seeing a group of 4 sisters, you're seeing the growth cycle of a series of Barbie clones being trained. That's why it's a decentralized hive mind, as each member maintains some level of autonomy while
Like
still
the Wendy's,
operating
where's
within
the
a system.
bee?
Start with Chelsea or Kelly learning the initial ideals of what it means
Huge
to be a Barbie.
bun,
Eventually upgrading to
tiny
Stacy, where new
boyga.
skills such as sports and other activities can be learned.
Gonna
And you move on to
be
Skipper, where science and other
literally, this is
technology
sauced
further
up.
emphasized. And eventually,
Gotta
a
add
clone
all
will
the
become a
sauce.
Barbie. Of course, you can't stop the process of aging, and while it appears each Barbie clone
We have so
ages
many
slower than the average
sauces
human, eventually they have to move on to the
choose
next
from.
responsibility, which is to go to ground for several years and re-emerge as an aunt, one that
Piece
is
of
specifically
cheese.
proficient in
Piece
certain
of
tasks.
cheese. We
Another
do
option is
have
becoming Barbie's mom. And then when those
all
Barbie
the
clones get older,
ingredients.
they
That's
retire
right.
into
We
the
have
position
all
of
the
grandma Robert. This
ingredients
explains why in the earlier Barbie
from
films, we
this
see Stacey
burger.
looking much older than she does in the
They
later
need to
Barbie
be a
films. She's about
part
to
of
move on to the
this.
next stage of growth. In
Pickles.
Fashion Fairy Tale, we meet Aunt Millicent. This older clone has settled down in
Hello?
Paris, France, and helps growing clones learn about fashion design. We meet another age Barbie clone, Aunt Marlene, in Barbie and her sisters in a ponytail. Teaches
I'm
the younger
scared.
Roberts clones about horseback riding. This would later come into play in Puppy Chase, as their skills in horseback riding allowed them to achieve their goal. In Great Puppy Adventure, we meet Grandma Roberts, a very old Barbie clone, and we see evidence in her attic of her being a younger Barbie
You
clone.
good?
Just to be
There we go.
expected from a retired Barbie
I
clone.
got
Barbie's
scared.
behavior in Puppy Chase was terrible, as we know. But it could be
I
explained
got
if you
scared.
recontextualize it as the leader of a group of trainees where
Pickles.
she's placing them in situations where she's testing their skills and aptitude. It's almost if she intentionally let the puppies go free, knowing that it
Pickles
would place the
can
younger
also
sisters in a
look
boot
like
camp type
hash
scenario
brown
where their survival
eyes.
skills would be tested for the sake of the
Yeah,
cause. Even in
yeah,
Barbie
yeah,
Princess
yeah,
Adventure, we
yeah.
see 2 Barbie clones.
But why would I
directly
stick the
interacting with
pickles
Barbie and Amelia.
outside?
Even in Barbie Dolphin Magic, Chelsea complains about
What if-
hand-me-down. But as we know, the Roberts are incredibly wealthy, travel the world
What if I
all the
put-
time,
no.
and have a house in Malibu. What reason would they have for hand-me-downs unless there was an expectation for
There's
each
no
sister within
need.
the family unit to dress within a certain wardrobe? And this
There's
brings me
no
to Kelly's
need.
disappearance. What happened to her? Why was she replaced
We're not
with
making the
Chelsea? Kelly
burgers
was a failed
well.
Barbie clone and wasn't able to adhere to the strict guidelines of her training. In Nutcracker, Rapunzel, Swan Lake, and Christmas
And
Carol,
or
Kelly
it's cute.
consistently had difficulty performing the activities she was doing with Barbie. And I think this frustrated Barbie, and
I want it to
eventually
look a
Kelly
little
was
bit like a
removed from the
monster.
cluster. I think that Kelly is dead. So where does Ken exist in all of this? I mean, he's been in a lot of the movies. Ken's probably another clone of some sort. Possibly a creature bred purely to be a thrall in the Barbie clone hive mind. This would explain why Kens don't have the same strict adherence to features as Barbie's. It would also explain the
The
existence
big
of Barbie's
tomato
dad
has to
in
be part
Scarlet
of it.
Adventure. As
It
I have an
has
inkling that
to.
her dad is just an aged Ken that has been tasked with controlling her until she can achieve her larger goal. So what is the Barbie clone hive mind's purpose?
Like the
I mean, why
buns
put up
and
this
a
front of
D&D
pretending to be a single person?
time.
What's the
I don't know what
deal
that
with
is, but I
In order to
have a
achieve its
feeling
goals,
that
Barbie needs
that
help.
I
She does so by
intend to do
maintaining a
that.
picture-perfect movie
Is
persona
it
in order to
alive?
fund the wealth
Isn't
can
that
be
the
then
question?
invested back into the hive mind. And in order to do that,
Isn't
they need to
that
fly
the
under
question?
radar of the larger human population.
Who
You
could
think that
know?
Barbie was being an idiot by donating
I
those
don't
hundreds
know.
of millions of dollars worth
Maybe.
of gold back to the town of Willows, Wisconsin? Really? Of course she'd do that. The hive mind owns that fucking town. That was probably a stash the hive mind buried there years ago before it had a solid alibi for its wealth. The hive mind's purpose appears to
If
be
it
becoming
spikes,
proficient at
no,
skills
no,
and
no,
promoting
no,
its
no, no.
morals and lifestyle. As Barbie
No,
continues
no,
on
no,
its
no,
journey,
no,
it
no,
gains
no.
more and more
This has to look
knowledge
like a
and
shit
information,
show.
getting it closer to, you guessed it, enlightenment. That's what the
These
morals
slime
serve
like
as, a means
squares
to
of
teach her
slime.
clones
People
more about
sometimes draw
achieving its
cute.
ideal
You think Dragon
perfection. And this
Quest?
is
Oh,
why
the
the
blue
final Barbie
things.
movie
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
true
yeah, yeah.
continuity of its lore
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Barbie's
yeah.
Starlight Adventure. This is a world
Something
where
like
humanity
that.
is expanded into the stars. And yet Barbie has remained. And while this Barbie has very little knowledge about her previous clones or hive mind not knowing her mother, we can see the evidence of potentially thousands of years of knowledge the hive mind has collected. Because she can use the Force. And at the end of the movie, she travels to the center of the universe
Ooh,
to
wait.
complete the task
Sandwich
the
bread
hive
from
mind had set out
Walmart?
long
No,
ago
no,
to
no,
complete.
because now we have signature ears on buns. So we can't change the bread. We could do like a
Okay, so there you
Ooh.
have it. You're welcome, by the way.
Is the middle glowing?
lore of Barbie.
I don't think so.
So here we are. This many days after I finished watching every Barbie movie ever
hold
made.
on.
It is now time for the final boss. It was mentally exhausting, but I will
I
now
need to
be
keep
walking into
registering
that
that this
theater
is a
with
tomato and
complete
it's
and
bothering
full
me.
understanding of Barbie lore. I'm not getting laughed at.
Radioactive? No, no, it's edible.
And they're gonna say that guy knows what he's doing. That guy knows a thing or two about Barbie lore, and
It's
they'll
it's
be
it's
right. I'll be
edible,
walking
but
out
we
of
have to
that theater
include
be
these
the greatest
sauces,
expert on
right?
Barbie movies to ever walk the earth. So I'm gonna leave right now to watch my final Barbie movie, and I'll see if this was all worth it.
Got these four. Like the spiral eyes on it. Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm having a vision.
It wasn't worth it. It absolutely wasn't. None of my theories added up at all. In fact, it was barely related. How did I not see this coming? Decentralized clone hive. Why did I think they would make a movie about that? What's worse is I kept whispering, asking when the clones would show up. Oh, God. I done all this work. I done all this research. All that time, all those movies. What the fuck was I even thinking?
Not to be a hater, but nothing you make is edible. Well, if you're hungry, you'll eat. So if you're hungry, you'll eat it. If you're not, then you won't. Oh, it's over. It's over. You know what? No more TV. What do I put on?